But yeah, Vash, we'll talk about it. But yeah, yeah, Sundays is not looking good. I might be stuck.
Is there a comparable day shift that we could do?
Hmm?
So is there another day that we could do?
Well, for Shonen Ronin.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. It's an anime podcast, episode 126, and I'm here, the host for the show for continuously for the next couple weeks. So Sam's still out of school, so sadly you and I be getting those beautiful vocalized intros from Sam and screaming like he's in the wrestling arena, like in Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. But what I could do and say, pancakes, cheese goes on pancakes. That's what I could say and do. So that is definitely one thing very excited to do and say. But while we do the show, while we show our beautiful faces, let's meet the rest of the panelists right here. We have here on the left side in the corner, we got our man Kendall, not from South Park, and down below is the CEO himself from Careful Spoilers, the main host of C4's Villains on every Friday nights. Yes, we missed last week, but you know what? We'll be here tomorrow night. We'll be talking about Moon Knight episode 4 and 5 back to back. And you know what? I feel like it's perfect because it fit it very well. Right, James?
Yeah, I figured like I just needed a break last week. I needed to recharge the batteries. But yeah, we'll be back. And 4 and 5, like it's gonna be really good. Like I'm figuring out the structure, whether or not like I want to break it up episode by episode, or if we're just gonna talk about both simultaneously because they're so like interconnected. But I'll decide that later. But it's gonna be a really fun episode.
That's very true. And Kendall, how you been? How's your week so far? Because it looks like you're already inside the Virgin Islands, my guy. My dude skipped like 3 weeks from like he said, hey,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna be in May.
I gotta get in the headspace, I gotta get in the headspace from when I go back home.
I missed the
Boy got the
beach.
whole I'm so jealous. Like this totally off topic as well. But just talking about how we doing everything. A big shout out to one of my production friends, Jen. She went currently. She's in Dubai and plus in
Nice.
Africa. Girl traveled from Dubai next to Africa, and my other
That's
friend,
what's up.
and plus my other friend from high school, Kelly, she also went to Dubai. They're both around there at the same time. They probably passed by each other or not, but I feel like that's so dope. And I'm like, yo, I want to go to Dubai as well. So that's pretty dope. Like just traveling. I really miss traveling, and I plan to travel twice this year. So I'm gonna see how it goes because I already planned one for my fiance's birthday in October. So I already have it planned. I just don't know where else I'm gonna go way before that.
Yeah, like I was just telling the guys behind the scenes, but yeah, I'm going to Seattle the week after next week. We're gonna do some hiking. The mountains there are beautiful. Like I can't wait to go back. I'm gonna go to the beach when I get there as well. So it's gonna be a really really fun trip. Very very excited.
Yeah, for me, my birthday's next week. It's literally 1 week in like 2 days, I believe. Turning 26. I'm young out there. I'm a young boy. Taurus season. It's crazy. Have you ever had to sign up for something, and the more you go, each year passes by, your year gets farther and farther, where you have to scroll down and find your year. You be like, "Where's the 90? Where's the 90?" Like, damn, shit's mad deep. Shit's mad far. You got to
Oh,
scroll.
90s. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I gotta hit that 80s. So
Oh yeah. You gotta scroll a bit more than that. Yeah, do a
just a little bit.
little tad more. Feels. Those posts that you see every year. This is how. I think I saw one. That Toy Story. It's a year older than me. Toy Story is 27 years old.
Damn. Yeah, now I definitely feel old. What?
Yeah. Finding Nemo, 19 years old.
You
Wait,
know,
really?
that is not the content that we came to cover tonight.
Guys, let's feel
Yeah,
old in one
making us
sentence.
feel old. Like,
uh,
yeah, Toy Story's 20 years old. What?
Yeah. But what is crazy, Avis is here Lily Grub is here. Welcome to the chat, guys. This is the Anime Podcast, episode 126. If you're new to the channel and want to be entertained by us, we gladly appreciate it. We do reactions, we do podcasts, we do Shonen Ronin coverage of the weekly Shonen Jump. We might be taking a break this Sunday or not. We'll keep you guys posted on the Twitter side and the community post. Sam is still taking a leave of absence for the next couple weeks because of school. He's finishing a master's. He's trying to survive. If Sam is there in the chat, he is kind of surviving. I'm just being optimistic as usual, but when me in Texas, he's not really surviving. But he's out there. He's out there. But I would say I hope the new Shiro season gets better from what I hear. So from what I'm hearing from what I've been watching and seeing, because I did record the first three or four episodes that I did react to, but I haven't in the bulk because I'm away for one more episode to finish the arc. But it's crazy how with this arc that they're doing is the weakest one that from the manga, and that's why a lot of people are complaining because they're taking a lot out. But I see the point of the production and plus the director of why they chose this, because they wanted to make this arc probably more condensed and have it much better for the audience themselves to watch and or just so I could get why the audience feel it's very lackluster. So for that reason, I totally get it. Lyric Grove said, Ava said, remember when Incredibles 2 got announced and then we realized, wait, it's been 15 years with no sequel? Yeah, that's so true.
It was worth it though. Incredibles 2 was really good.
Incredibles 2 was good.
It had a lot of dyed chickens out there, if you get what I mean. But before we continue with spring anime type of discussions, that's the main topic of the show. I do want to ask you guys, what have you been watching, excluding that's anime and manga? Because I do want to say I pushed through How I Met Your Mother season 1. I'm on episode 14 now, because last time I think I was on episode 6 or 7, and I've been enjoying it more. Ted is still OD desperate during season 1, but I respect that. I get it. You know, you want to be in love. You're getting older to the age of 30 and such now. But I'm glad that I'm enjoying it back to the roots. Barney is still top 1 character. He's still amazing. So I enjoy him. Robin is such like the man bro that you just need. Like you just vibe with, because I just finished episode I think 13 or 14 where Robin, Ted went on a date and then Barney was kind of like, yo, I need like a man bro. And then Rob was like, all right, cool, I'll hang out with you. And she actually suited up, went to the cigar lounge, went through the whole shit with Barney. And then when laser tag, I'm like, yo, that's OD fun. I love laser tag. I highly suggest for anybody that has not gone to laser tag, it's OD. Very contagious because you will just not leave that room at all.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do laser tag, just never made the time to do it.
You've
It
never
just seems
done
like
it?
a lot of fun. Yeah, I've done
my
paintball
God.
a couple times, but
Paintball
need to do laser tag.
Paintball is very similar to laser tag. It's just less brutal. That's the honest opinion. Less brutal.
I need the impact. I want to see you suffer when I shoot you.
Yeah.
Oh, just saying. I know that if the team ever does paintball, I know everyone wants to go against me, and I'm like, yo, that's fine with me. I would love to go against you too.
Pain is a good reminder. Once you get hit with a paintball once, you won't try to get hit again.
Yeah.
But it's fun, yo. Just playing paintball and just be brutal against people and just aim and just shoot. It's just more like you just want to shoot everyone, even your own teammates. You won't be like, yo, my fault. That's just a misfire.
Oh,
There's
don't
no
want to
friends
be
in
on
this.
Bash's team.
Yeah, don't, because I will shoot you by accident, and I will lie and say it's by
wow.
accident, but it's on purpose.
Shoot you by accident intentionally.
Friendly fire by
Yep,
accident.
yeah, friendly fire by
Intentionally.
accident. This was not intentionally. This just happened to be there. But how about you guys? What have you guys been watching? Playing video games? Because I know James played a week ago, killing people in a video game. You know, Cyberpunk. Because that clip was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obsessed with Cyberpunk, dude. It may be like my favorite game ever. Like, I'm absolutely obsessed with this game. But besides that, Mia and I have been watching Fringe a lot. We're already like
Fringe?
midway through season
Nice.
4. Fringe, I've said it a million times, it's way ahead of its time. Like, there's certain things they've done in the show. I'm like, yep, they stole it from Fringe. Someone else. There's something that I saw in the Flash. I was like, they stole this from Fringe. Like the way Thawne turns himself into Harrison Wells. I'm like, dude, they stole this from Fringe, from the
Really?
Shapeshifters. This is right from Fringe. There's so many different things that's right out of Fringe, but the show is absolutely incredible. Like if it came out today, like the visual effects would be way better. It was just way ahead of its time. Like the show is just so good.
Nice.
But besides that, Fire Force, Attack on Titan, that's all I've been doing. I haven't read any manga in weeks. I need to catch up.
Yeah, no, you have a chunk load of manga chapters to read. Black Clover, we're gonna talk about the news in a bit, but that's a good conversation too. Black Clover is gonna be a nice. It's gonna be a nice binge read. It's gonna be quick. A lot of slashing, fighting, talking. That's about it.
I'm excited for it though. Like Black Clover is a way better binge than trying to read it week to week. Like it's not worth it.
Agree. You haven't been spoiled about the reveal, right?
I have no idea what's happening.
Okay,
I mean, I knew they were fighting. I knew something happened to Yami. I have no idea what it is. I saw that something happened to Yami, and then I was like, scroll.
All right, cool. I'm glad to hear that you have not been spoiled then. So I'm glad to hear that. Kendall, how about you? What have you been watching, reading, games?
Games, nothing really. Just usual stuff. Been in my bro Blackheart server playing League of Legends and Teamfight Tactics. Outside of that, I've just kind of been playing Epic 7. That's like the only games I've been mingling in. But I did see that that new Gundam game, and it looked a little those pictures, those screen grabs look real nice. So I'm a little.
What's the name?
Interested. Gundam Evolution's supposedly coming out this year.
Oh, okay.
It's in our group chat. I think I dropped it earlier when I was looking for news. And then manga wise, I haven't really kept up with anything that we're not already keeping up with. I did start back reading some of my webtoons. Definitely check out Omniscient Reader. That's going to be my suggestion for today. And then I was cleaning up when I was reestablishing my area, and you're not going to see this well.
Oh yeah, God Punch.
I found where I had hid these. So that was great.
And plus, quick shout out to Pat and Yen. I saw his tweet yesterday saying that God Punch 4 incoming. So I'm like, oh, interesting. Can't wait.
There was another tweet today. So it's allegedly soon, very soon. And then speaking to LSD for Shades of Red, and they were also saying that next chapter potentially coming soon.
Oh yeah, chapter 12 I believe is coming in the May 14, I think that week. I think it's the week.
Maybe.
No. It's the week on my birthday. Is what LSF tweeted. It's on my birthday.
Maybe.
Yes. Well, in his recent tweet is May 7th currently, because technically it was originally supposed to be April 29th or April 30th. They pushed it May 7th. So if it comes on May 7th, LSF and also his artist, I think it's Aaron. I believe. Hopefully I'm not being correct. But man, if you drop it May 7th, that'll be a great birthday present. I appreciate that very much, man. Thank you. That's a solid right there.
I'm like 4 chapters behind on Shade of Red. I need to catch up.
I'm on 2 because 3 then because I read chapter 8. That's where I stopped. But I told Elsef that I'll be doing binge reads every 4 chapters on Twitch once it's out.
Nice.
So
yeah, but I'm looking at the trailer right now for Gundam Evolution. Yo, this looks actually good.
It should not look that good. If you read
it's been a while since I've been excited.
If you read the article, they were like, it's Overwatch with mechas, and I was like, sold. Absolutely sold. But yeah, so that's it. And then y'all know what I'm watching anime wise. We about to get into that. So
yeah.
Oh, I did finish the latest release of Pokemon Master Journeys on Netflix.
Oh, then I know.
I've been enjoying my guilty pleasure watch periodically when they release it.
Oh, so I also tried to watch World Ends Harem. Can't do it.
Did you watch the legally or the illegally?
I can neither confirm nor deny what avenue in which.
So you cannot watch
But
overall.
yeah, it's not for me. I gave it the 5 episodes, and I'm like, this is just isn't worth my time.
You're good, because I gave it half an episode and said absolutely not. I like don't get me wrong, I like Ichi things, and I'm good for some good content, but like there's no content there. I don't know why you're lying to yourselves. There's absolutely no content there.
Right.
Man, that sucks to hear.
That's why I gave it 5 episodes, because I was like, all right, let me try to get to 5 so I can actually get to the content. Let me get to the meat of the story, try to figure out what's going on. It's so repetitive, and I mean, I've heard good things about like the manga itself. Like for the people that read it, they like it, but for me, like I can't do it.
So it's like this like that type. It's also reminiscent of that type of TV style that I mentioned before that I don't like watching, where it's like that, like it's just an episode. It's not really slice of life. It just kind of like takes every episode. I really don't like watching shows like that in general. So
yeah,
like that's why I'll never sit here and like I love like Family Guy and stuff, but I'll never sit here and watch like 10 episodes of Family Guy straight. I would lose my mind. I would do that for Rick and Morty though.
I still need to try. I still need to try Rick and Morty. I need to rewatch Boondocks because I watched it as a kid. Like I do remember some of the stuff when I was a kid, but
I think I've seen 1 episode of Boondock Saints.
I've seen probably a season or like at least 12 episodes, like a core. I've seen at least 12, here and there, but I've never continuously seen it all. But I need to see Rick and Morty, Boondocks. I need to see the Owl House. I hear a lot of good things of this series. The Owl House. I think it's from Disney. What that is. Yeah, it's from Disney, but I hear a lot of good story from the series, so I really want to check that out. So that's very good stuff to see.
I'm sorry, Steve. I haven't.
What, you haven't seen the Boondocks? Oh no, guys, what am I hearing? Yes, Kaden. I heard a lot of good stuff about Owl House. I know there's another one that's very popular. That Sam brought up to me about animation from Disney. It's Owl House and some other one, but
you're talking about Summertime Rendering, or
no? Well, that's one that you could watch illegally because it's on Disney Japan. But that one's not yet in the US side. Disney haven't yet announced how's that gonna happen. I hope by summer or fall it comes on the Disney Plus in America. Because if we just have to watch it illegally, I'm like, yo, that's my first anime I have to watch in the illegal routes, and it's been too long. So I'm like, nah, that's work.
Just will not comment on that. Disney, if you would like to sponsor us and allow us to get access to see your content so that we can cover it, we would appreciate it.
So we could advocate it for others to watch it. We would love to do that. But a show that I'll dead ass. I don't know how y'all feel about Steve Harvey, but Steve Harvey is funny as fuck. And
I love Steve Harvey.
And I've been enjoying Family Feud. But sadly, for some reason, Family Feud is not on no type of streaming service that they can watch old shows or old episodes of it. But the currently that's on is on Hulu. Shout out to James for his account. Because I've been watching Hulu of the Celebrity. Yo, some of these celebrities on Family Feud, some of them give dumb answers. Like some dumb answers that like, yo,
everyone gives dumb answers.
You're being way too kind about that, Bash. Way too kind about that.
True, but it's like, yo, what y'all saying, what y'all doing? But it's the comedy. It's just Steve Harvey reaction, and it's just like his like, y'all really think that's there? Okay, I'm not just saying like, and it's not there. It's just his comedy. There's another show that he just dropped on Hulu. Judge Harvey.
I refuse. I heard of it. I saw it. I refuse to watch it. I don't have the time.
All right, so
I'm not watching court procedurals with Steve Harvey.
So hold up. I know what you're saying, James. You're 100% right. But the reason me and my girl chose to do this is because while we're cleaning and do stuff, we have 2 options: put some music or have something in the background just to hear something funny and comedy, right? So our option that we'd be doing is Family Feud. But then there's no more content. So, all right, cool. So I gave, hey, want to try Judge Harvey. At first, it was like, yo, let's see what's going on. Judge Harvey is actually entertaining because there are some stupid people. Like, literally coming to court and Harvey, in the first episode, he said, hey, I ain't a judge or nothing, but I just come here to give the actual reason and say what you're doing. And he literally was up from some dude did not want to get married to his partner for 20 years, and they have 3 kids, but he doesn't want to get married because he doesn't believe in it. And like, there's a whole type of situation. Like, I think this was like episode 2 or 3, but it was just hilarious. Like, Judge Harvey ain't bad. If you like him as a personality, as a comedian, as a entertainer, you'll be entertained by Judge Harvey to some extent.
Sure, I'll try it maybe one day when I'm vacuuming, cleaning the kitchen,
or if you hide to
put it on in the background.
If you hide to and you just want to enjoy something in the background, that too. Yo, Kendall,
Probably
I see
not.
the chat. I see that you're offended.
Probably not.
Y'all could be watching Rick and Morty and Boondocks. That's what y'all could be watching.
Hey, we just want to see some comedy, something in the background. So it's not bad. George Harvey ain't bad. I'm definitely not watching Kim Kardashian show. I'm definitely not watching that. You have to pay me $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, $10 million, 20, or maybe you gotta buy me Twitter. Then I will watch the Kim Kardashian show.
Give me 100 shares of Twitter. I'll fucking watch it.
Elon Musk, like I tweeted the other day, if you want to pay off all of my student loan debt, I will watch any show that you recommend.
Just to flex.
By the way, I know we don't have to get too into it, but do y'all even care about that he bought it or anything crazy? Just to get down.
I think it's amazing how stupid people can be with money, especially when they already have money.
I mean, it is a good investment, kind of. I mean, Twitter isn't going anywhere. I think Twitter is like the most popular social media site that exists right now. I mean, outside of like Instagram, I'm not sure what the numbers are, but
no, I think it's the fan favorite. I think it's the more liked social media platform. It's also the only popular one that's not owned by Facebook, essentially.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't care. I want him to give me an edit button and more characters in one tweet. Like, let's get some upgrades.
Yo, Steve, yes, that's what everyone said. That's what everyone said on Twitter.
For less than 0.1% of that, you can clear my student loan debt.
Point 0.0000001.
I didn't do the math, but I'm pretty sure.
You could clear my student loans because my student loans don't cost much, but I just still don't want to pay for it because I'm 9.5.
Honestly,
I mean, with 44 billion, like, how many people's student loans could he actually pay off? Like, a lot.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. 4.
Are you doing some quick research?
This is 40 billion times 0.0001. That's still $4 million.
Damn.
You know. If anyone cares. Again, and we have some, I think, like 800 billionaires in the US alone. If any of you would like to just pay off my debts, you can pay for my house, you can pay off my student loans, clear my credit cards.
Agreed on that.
You clearly have disposable income. I can be the charity that you donate to for the year.
Agree. Right. Man. But I do want to say one other thing before we get into the news aspect. That what else I played for the first time in a while was Smash Bros. On the Switch. and I actually unlock a couple of characters because we do plan to play Switch Smash Bros in here on the show soon. So I don't want to be rusty and get my ass kicked. So I just want to get a bit of back in the groove so I could kick your asses.
You're still gonna get your ass kicked.
Nah, I was getting back in my groove so I could kick your asses. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me get and also unlock some new characters because my characters are slacking. Yes, Steve, you can also join when we do our game night. You will be able to participate with us, and we'll also be kicking your ass as well too.
Who do you play as?
Lucario, Ike, and there's another, and also the Mii fighter. There's another one. But Lucario don't play as good in the Switch version as it did back in the GameCube Smash Bros. I think Brawl, Lucario in Brawl was amazing. He was my top one, so that's amazing. But Lucario, I don't know, they switched the mechanics for him, so not a big fan of. But he's still my top 5. And how about ya?
Dr. Mario, Star Fox.
Star Fox, yeah, same here.
Ike, Greninja. This is a couple others, but I think last time I was playing, I was having a lot of fun with Ike and Greninja. Mewtwo is also really fun, except if you miss your tilts and your timing, sometimes you can kind of accidentally float in directions you don't want to go.
Oh yeah.
Young Link is fire.
Young Link is good. Kirby, I've never fucked with Kirby a lot. I don't know why.
Kirby's good. You just gotta know what you're doing. I feel like some people just go in there and they do 3 moves.
Oh, and Ness. Ness is one of my favorites.
James, I just hate you right now. I just hate you. Nah. I hate Ness. I hate Ness. I hate Ness. Nah, I hate Ness and Lucas. Ness and Lucas. Yo, he was one of my opponents back in Smash Bros or something.
Ness and Lucas.
When you had to play the story mode, Ness and Lucas was 2 of my opponents that I could never beat because of the PC. But also it's because I had it hard. So I had a challenge.
Look, you know who's difficult? Level 9, Mr. Gamer Watch.
Oh, thank you. Those are my 3 worst characters I hate going up against. Is Mr. Gamer Watch, Ness, and Lucas. Those are 3 top characters I hate going up against. And that's nothing wrong on them. It's just that I don't know, those mechanics and me don't work on them very well. I just don't do good.
It took me a really long time to get used to Ness. A long time.
I get Ness. I do now. I don't know why it was so weird at first, but I get it now.
Yeah, you have to figure out how you play with Ness.
Yeah, for sure.
The combos are key when you're playing with Ness.
Agree.
He definitely gives you a good variety of setup though.
Yeah.
By the way, another game I played this past week is Mario Kart. Did ya get the new package yet? Because I totally forgot about that until I played Mario Kart. Then I see, oh, there's more here, and I'm like, oh shit, totally forgot about the new package.
Nope, we should just all not buy it until we're ready to play it, so we can all play it without any knowledge of any of the new content.
All right. I should have my room done by this weekend, so eventually we could schedule a date in May or June on when we could play Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart and just kick each other's asses.
Yeah,
and yes,
I'm always down.
I'm open for a community day. Revitalize the Anime Lately Twitch.
Yes, I do like Ripley, or Riley, or Ripley, however the name is. I do fuck with that too. His character. But his mechanics are a bit weird, so I do agree with that. Because I had a bit trouble to learn how to play with it. So I had to learn because the flying and also the slashing.
You really don't have to learn anything.
You don't? Really? You don't think so?
You don't. You just have to understand that there's certain characters you don't play in certain parts of certain type of fields. Riley's a certain character that, they can fly, but they're really good low down. They're trying to get you on the stage, drag you, catch you on a corner, edge you out. But there's a couple other fun characters, honestly, that I just can't think of their names right now. But
Hey, what's up, Ashton? How you doing?
Yo, Ashton was good.
Is it anything that y'all want to discuss the way you've been playing, watching, live action or not, games, anything before we move on to news?
No. I went to the movies recently. What did I go see? Huh.
I think you saw a movie that you told James that it was okay, that you told us in the group chat.
Ah, something very forgettable. I did watch something and I rated it poorly. Fantastic Beast.
Ah, yes, it was that. Yeah, Fantastic Beast.
There
Yeah,
we go.
I think you, Abe, and I think Ray had a whole conversation. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Thanks for stimulating my memory.
Hey, I try.
I'll see it at some point. Yo, go see The Northman. Since we're just talking about movies real quick, go see The Northman. This is one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like, I was literally teleported to another universe.
You're gonna say the same thing. Our list for the end of the year of what's best movie is going to probably be very similar, because if you're saying that about Northman, which I'm gonna watch this weekend, and I'm telling you that you're gonna enjoy Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I know I will.
Oh my god, that movie! I want to watch it again just because there's so. Oh my god, there's so many foreshadowings. There's so many details. The story. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait.
I'm
Yeah,
happy.
I'm seeing it Sunday night. I can't fucking wait.
I'm happy the writers that were supposed to do Multiverse of Madness did not do it, and they did their own type of multiverse story. I'm very happy
Same.
for them, because me and my friend me and her both work in production, we had an out conversation after the film, and we just broke it down how we enjoyed, the color, the editing. Yo, props to the post production, because in that film, whenever me and James does a review for this film of Everything Everywhere All at Once, just know that it's gonna probably be 20 minutes long. It's not gonna be a 5-minute, 8-minute review. It's gonna be a 20 minutes long review, because me and James are gonna geek out about this film.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. There's so many incredible movies that's coming
You
out
know,
this year.
now that you said that, James, I might just go check both of them out tomorrow.
You should.
You're all at one time.
Dude, you will not be disappointed at all. Like, someone said to me, it was kind of like watching Vinland Saga if it was live action. I was like, you know what? It's an interesting comparison.
So one of my friends said that, like, there's like an aspect of it that's done perfectly. It's captured, and it, like you said, it kind of brings you there. And then there's like lore things that are done really well and lore things that are done really off. So I'm interested. I am definitely interested in watching.
Yeah, I'm not gonna act like I'm this like specialist in Norse mythology, but like it does a really good job of like immersing you in that world, and like the people who believe in Odin and worship Odin and how they live their lives based on their god. Brilliant.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see Northman this weekend, and also to see the other one, the Massive Talent of Nicolas Cage. Man,
the unbearable weight of massive talent. I can't wait, dude. Oh my god.
I'm waiting for a James review before I go watch that, because if it's anything close to being disappointing, I'm going to be.
Man, I know it's gonna be good.
It's fresh right now. It's like 88% of Rotten Tomatoes. But yeah, I'm seeing it Saturday night. I'm probably gonna have a review that night too, and I'll let you know for sure.
Yo, man, let's get into these animes, because I'm gonna go ahead and give you all the 2 thumbs down series from me that I'm dropping off the
before we get into the reviews, let's get to the news.
We didn't even do the news. My bad.
Little news segment.
I see the chat talking about a series that I'm about to give the big 2 thumbs down to.
See, I've seen these comments about Shield Hero Season 2 so far. I don't get it. We'll talk about it once we get there, but I don't get these comments. I don't get it.
All right,
I'm gonna explain my thumbs down when we get there.
Yeah, of course.
When we get
there. We're gonna talk about news, and then we could talk about the spring anime and what you guys think should continue, drop, and everything such that. Because that'll be the main topic after the news. So the first news that we're gonna break down is that Black Clover is officially on hiatus since last week, and this coming Sunday is Golden Week, so we will not be seeing Black Clover the manga until probably July or August, the latest. How we all feeling
Damn.
about that break? 3 months from now, May, June. May, June, July.
I didn't even know about the break.
You didn't know about the break. So this is perfect
That
segment.
breaks my heart.
Yeah, James. So Black Core manga is on break because the Space Kingdom arc just kind of ended right there in the past chapter. So for the next 3 months, he's taking a break for his health and also to wrap up the story because we have entered the final saga, aka the last arc of the Black Clover series.
Good.
So he's taking this 3 months break for himself for health and also for him to brainstorm the idea of this last final saga. So James, now that you just found out about this, how are you feeling? What's your first reactions?
First reaction makes perfect sense. If the arc just wrapped up, definitely take a break, take some time, relax, recharge the batteries, figure it out. Because I am definitely ready for Black Clover to end. Not that I'm not enjoying it. Like, Black Clover has become one of my favorite series ever. I think I've rewatched the anime like 3 times already. But like, I love finality. And just like my hero's on the way to its end, I'm very, very happy that Black Clover is coming to an end. Like, after this, like, this arc, I just don't know what you do after this to top it. But that's why I'm glad that he's taking 3 months. Do it. Take some time, figure it out, because you have to come up with something that's better than this, that also closes out the story for all of these characters. Like, what's going to happen with Asta and Yuno? Who's going to become the Wizard King? How do you end it all off, right? I really want it to end good, so take as much time as you need. Like, if he needs 6 months, take it, because I want a really good ending to Black Clover, because like I said, I love Black Clover. Asta's one of my favorite characters ever. Yuno's one of my favorite characters ever. Yami's one of my favorite characters ever. Like, I need this ending to be good. Take your time.
Kendall and you?
Well, shout out to Aniki. Aniki and I have been saying that for like weeks on end now because we've been of that mindset. Aniki and I have been basically saying that like it has to end or get to its ending. Like it has to figure out, because it's like at this point I didn't want them to get into, and of course it's that time of day where I bash 7 Deadly Sins manga. I didn't want it to get into that territory of not knowing when to end itself. But I think it's a good point. I would also like to say I really wish Demon Slayer got this opportunity. Not that Demon Slayer ends in like a terrible way, but I feel like she needed that same break, asked for the break and was not given the break. And I feel like it could have had an even stronger finish if they were granted the break. But I get that the idea of a break when you're in the midst of writing, like in the middle of the arc versus like, hey, I ended an arc, so I'm taking a break and then I'm going to start a new arc. I get that those are kind of slightly different pretenses, but I still wish that she was able to get that break because I feel like there was more to be flushed out there if she just had time to invest the way that she wanted to.
I do agree with what the Sunday Sins manga, and Nick, I do agree that it didn't need a sequel. But if you know the lore and the mythology about the 7 Sins, the 4 arc and the 4 Horsemen Apocalypse, it makes sense why it got a sequel. Because if you know the lore of that, it makes sense why when you're the father of Meliodas and everything, and then you have kids from there, it makes sense the 4 Horsemen Apocalypse. So it makes sense in that type of storyline. Maybe he wasn't the right creator or the right mangaka to write that story, because with his type of writing, things could go any way, good or bad. But I've seen some snippets of his current manga. I think right now it's around almost 50 plus chapters. I don't know, but I have hope. I'm intrigued. I might go and check it out. I might be disappointed. If I'm intrigued and I like it, I'll probably tell Kendall to go check it out. But maybe since he has a sour taste in his mouth, since he might not even bother about it. So,
is that 7 Deadly Sins though?
Yes.
I mean, I'll watch it. I just like it's. I'm not even gonna act like it wasn't good writing. I just don't. I am invested in your content, and there's a certain format that we have established. It's okay to break and shift the meta a certain, different direction. But for you to explicitly tell me, hey, this is the final chapter, and then it's not, and then you do it a second time. Like that's just bad taste to me. Like I almost didn't read Seven Deadly Sins to its completion because of that.
Dude, I'm so turned off on the series. Like Vash and Sam have just told me like how convoluted the ending becomes, and then like how neutered the anime has become. Like it just
Yeah.
threw me off. Like you gave me 2 seasons of something that was violent, bloody, vibrant, and then it's just neutered, and it's like I can't enjoy it. Like I love Seven Deadly Sins. It was one of my favorite things when I saw it for the first time. I just can't get back into it. I don't know when I'll ever finish it, if ever, honestly.
No, a lot of terrible decisions were made
Yeah.
around that anime. Much like One Punch Man season two. And again, like I don't think One Punch Man season two was terrible. I just think that they chose the wrong number of episodes and a bad stopping point for
Facts.
where they chose to stop. But again, this has been my criticism of Netflix, and I'm gonna keep saying it, is that I don't think they have a good enough team who is dedicated to making sure if you're putting money behind the idea of pushing out anime, that you do your research, that you're putting out the content in a way that is good. And then Crunchyroll, that I think that was a year of experiment for Crunchyroll, because looking at Crunchyroll doing the webtoon series and a couple of other things that also came out that I kind of felt was really wishy-washy. I think that they were trying to figure out how they want to go about things. But I think it's hard to compete because some of these other entities, Crunchyroll original, Netflix original, they're not coming with the same backing, skill, talent, experience sometimes. Even when they do outsource, they're not coming with that innately up front. So, Mappa's got more than enough invested time in the game versus, some other studio partnering with Netflix, and then they're trying to do their original series that way. Because you can see, you notice that Netflix has shifted away from an acknowledgement of how popular anime is, has shifted away from doing complete CGI focus series. They'll do it for more of the Western themed cartoons, or like the Dragon's Dogma and these different type of things, but they're doing a better job of like blending it at least and not making it like 1,000% CGI heavy. So I think that's been really good. It's been a good breath of fresh air in regards to that. But yeah, I need us to be more mindful. I don't know if people are partnering with Shonen Jump or not, but I think that I need people to, like, if you're not reading the content or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's a disconnect sometimes. There's a very clear disconnect sometimes. And it's really frustrating. It's really, really frustrating.
What anime on Netflix would you actually recommend?
Baki.
Like, just like top 3 that you would actually recommend.
You know what's
Baki.
funny? I think top 3 things that I would recommend aren't even actually anime. Just
Okay.
flat out animation. I'll say right off rip, the top 2 things that come to my mind are Blue Dragon and Arcane.
I still need to see Arcane.
Man,
I've
Arcane,
heard
you would love it.
incredible things.
As far as like series, it's not produced, but I don't know how this works. Pokemon Journeys is really good. Pokemon Journeys is really good. Pokemon Journeys and Pokemon Master Journeys are really good. Beastars is amazing.
Yes, that is
Shaman King. I have a love-hate relationship because I really, really love the original series. I'm loving the content direction, but I have not been sold on the animation as much. The Way of the House Husband, the Immortal, can't remember the name.
my 3.
But there's a couple of series that are good, but like they're not. They're not, the ones that are good are not good because they're Netflix originals. They're the ones that have Netflix originals slapped on them that aren't really Netflix originals.
Well, for me, the 3 that I will put there, as James' question is, what 3 from Netflix anime I will recommend is Baki, for fighting anime.
Which one?
Baki, the first one.
They're not all shot the same way.
Well, Baki, the one that has 4 parts. The 3 parts.
Okay.
Baki the first one. I think it came out in 2016. I think that's when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one that I think James or you mentioned that's just slipping out of my head. I can't see it through Netflix catalog.
Yeah, Kaden, I was thinking about Kakegurui, but that's one of those that it's not actually truly a Netflix original. It's more so a Netflix original rights to than it is a Netflix produced original series.
Oh, and plus Beastars. I would recommend Beastars.
I think Beastars is one of the ones that I'm not sure about because that is actually Netflix original, but
Nice.
their studio is partnered outsourced anyways, so I don't really know how to view that.
But I still will shout it out until we know more information. I will recommend to Beastars.
Yeah, Beastars, Scissor 7 is dope.
And since it's an anime and it's made by Netflix, but not really sorry, it's made by Netflix, but it's
I'm sorry guys, I've deceived you. Castlevania is listed as an anime.
So
I still need to watch Castlevania.
It is a Netflix original and it is good.
The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf, and this is for those that have seen the Witcher series.
Too.
So for those that have seen the Witcher series, you'll know that this is a prequel and it's considered anime from Netflix and it's produced by Netflix. So if you like The Witcher, you will like content from there. So I do.
Yeah, there's the Pacific Rim series. The Godzilla animated series haven't been bad. Oh,
Sam has watched them.
Seven Seeds is a very high recommendation.
Kendall, you like it?
It's on the list.
Yeah, it's
Me
one
too.
of my favorite series.
I'm waiting for part 3.
I can't believe we haven't gotten more
Part 3.
content. I cannot believe not
It's
gotten more
rumored that part 3 is supposed to come out the summer of this year. It's rumored. It has not been confirmed.
I would be more than happy for that.
Yeah, because it's such a real story that, in post-apocalyptic where next life could be, it's very good. Like, I really enjoy Seven Seeds because it's real war type of shit. Like, if it's just you and 100 people survive in the next 100 years, what do you do next? Your girlfriend, your boyfriend there, crazy people, psycho people. Like, it's a real concept of, like, shit.
So Steve, I get what you're saying, but I think it's that, like, when I like took myself back, it's that I enjoyed season 1 so much and I just didn't enjoy season 2 as good. But like in hindsight, like I went back and like rewatched certain episodes. In hindsight, season 2 is still good. It's just that season 1 was great.
Agree. Season 2, it just felt more grounded, but also it was more centered to the characters that from the left people that we didn't get to know them much. So that's why a lot of people didn't love season 2, most likely from my interpretation. But I don't know.
This took the world by storm. That's another series.
But I don't know.
There's a lot of series on Netflix. I used to flame Netflix a lot because I like the things that jumped to my mind were like Baki and Keegan Asura and a couple other things that were really poorly done.
What put a bad taste in my mouth was the Ghost in the Shell series. Like, I am absolutely obsessed with Ghost in the Shell, and that, whatever it is, like 2045 SAC, like, is fucking dog shit, man. I couldn't watch it. You mentioned Shaman King. So I have no attachment to the original series.
I appreciate that.
So when I saw this remake on Netflix, I fucking loved it because it reminded me of watching anime growing up. In the early 90s, right?
They captured it really well. They did.
So it's like I'm loving it. But one of the ones that I would really recommend.
I said, is my personality. Chill, laid back person, but you have a group of friends and family that does respect you, cherish you, but you deep down, you could be the most powerful person. But just wants to enjoy life, and the way he just talks to his friends and family and it takes life so seriously. I just feel like he does such a good job. Well done.
Yeah, but the other one I would recommend is The Disastrous Life of Psyche K.
Of course,
facts.
That is one of my favorite anime.
I've rewatched that so much times. That's one of those throw on TV while I'm chilling series.
Yeah.
And
watch it dub. Dub's really funny.
Yes.
And plus, yes, to Kendall, he just wrote a great show. I need to show this to my girl. My girl will love Violet Evergarden. Violet Evergarden is a masterpiece to the season and to the 3 movies or 2 movies that there is. That show is marvelous. James, if you have not seen it, you will be astounded.
There's so much stuff.
Not yet,
There's so much stuff out there. But again, I think we would need to do a little bit of research and figure out like how we would categorize certain things, because again, they're on Netflix as original series because they're being released in Disney a certain way. And I think we talked about this before, but Disney is one of the top distributors of anime in Japan.
Which is crazy. I just found that out like a month ago by you or Sam was it, and I'm like, what the fuck? I did not know about this.
Yeah.
So like that's crazy shit. So I'm not sure if y'all brought up the news, but the news was that from what happened with Netflix from last week on Tuesday, when Netflix announced that they lost a big chunk of subscribers this past quarter of the year, and then 2 days later they said that Netflix is gonna cut down on a certain department to not lose too much money in their subscribers and what they lost money of. So guess what department they chose to cut down? Fucking animation.
That's crazy.
I mean,
because their recent top series have all been animated series.
Right? Like Arcane, but then Arcane could be done by League of Legends themselves. I'm like, alright, cool. League of Legends.
My whole thing is Netflix doesn't need to host anime. They don't have to.
They don't.
They want to. They're trying to, but they don't do a good enough job of being competitive for me.
And plus the marketing as well.
Right.
Fast.
I mean, they're just not putting that much into it to be, to be a rival to.
They don't care. But that's like that's not what I said. They don't. Their department doesn't care enough. They're doing it. It's very obvious that there's maybe some fans, and they're doing it because like they know it generates money, but they're not willing to put enough behind it because Netflix could have just outright a long time ago been an animation studio in and of itself and taken like America by storm.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, so them losing all of these subscribers, sure, it looks really bad, but there's variables, right? We have to think about the fact that licensing has ended for a lot of different shows. Every network has their own streaming service, and all of the rights reserved to revert to the owners, right? Yeah. So, like The Office, all of these other shows, they're on Peacock,
all the Disney series,
Paramount Plus, all of these different streaming services. Yeah. It's like, well, all of the shows that I cared about that were on Netflix, they're on a different streaming service. I don't need Netflix anymore. HBO so people Max. Are canceling it because they don't need it, right? Because there's so many other... Yeah, HBO Max has a bunch of different shit. There's stuff that's on Netflix that's also on HBO Max. So if you already have it, if you have AT&T pretty much, pays for your HBO Max subscription. Yep. So if you already have it, why would I continue to pay for Netflix? So it looks bad, but there's a lot more variables that go into it. As they lose licenses, they're going to lose subscribers.
So the other thing is, oh, sorry, Raj, go ahead.
Oh, what I was gonna say that additionally, the model of Netflix is that once a show doesn't do good the first week, they just cancel. But also shows that are loved by people, they cancel. But shows that nobody gives an F about, they continue adding a season 2, season 3, season 4, when nobody asks about for certain shows, a certain type of series. So it just makes you question like a show I did work on, Jigsaw. It's gonna come out at the end of the year. I can't wait to see how that show gets made and is done. It's a show that has been in production for many years for Netflix and plus for the writers. But if it gets to season 2 or not, that's a whole different question. But I'm very proud for the work I did on that show in the department I work at and everything else. I can't wait to see my name slap on Netflix during the credits and everything else. But with the Netflix model I feel like whenever people watch a show and end it, I feel like there should be like a poll question. Like, hey, you're done with the show. Do you like it? Want to see more? So at least Netflix could get feedback, because I don't know where they're getting their feedback from people around the world to ask more seasons of shows that nobody cares about.
Netflix doesn't care. There is a system. There is a rating system. Maybe no one cares about it anymore because there's an autoplay feature. So why would you ever go back and like a single particular episode?
Right.
but there's a viewership. I mean, like, it's like, let's go back to what took the world by storm the other, what was that last thing that was viral from Netflix?
Squid Game,
Yeah, Squid Game.
Squid
Squid
Game,
Game.
Hellbound.
Squid Game, yeah, exactly. So they know how to check viewership. There's the whole what's trending for the week, or what's trending in the US, or what's trending in the world. They have metrics, bro. They don't care. If you check very often, there's not a release period where one of the top 10 things that are streaming is an anime. They don't care. They just don't care. And the reality of the whole thing is, like, you have to understand your business model. They said that because they wanted to provoke something. They knew they were about to get losses. Yeah. they knew coming into last year that they were going to experience losses. They knew that. They've known for years that they were going to experience losses because, like James pointed out, they knew that contracts were going to expire. HBO Max has been saying, like, we're gonna do this. They partnered with DC. They pulled all the DC shows are on HBO Max. Paramount pulled their shows once they finally got themselves situated. Hulu, Crunchyroll, Funimation, that was already a kick in the butt for them to begin with. So they don't care. And then on top of that, again, you have to understand, like, yeah, we're a growing population, but we're also, like, we're all struggling economically. Less and less people can afford to individually just handle things by themselves. And more people are sharing accounts. If they were to be smart and track shared accounts or track, like, multiple users, they'd probably get an even better reading on, like, their actual user data, because you're not getting user data from my household that has 5 different accounts on 4 or 5 different accounts on my Netflix and my HBO Max. You guys aren't tracking that. And each of us literally individually watch in our own time different things.
Yeah, and like,
so you're really not capturing that data.
Like, we each all have a different taste, and that's why I took it like with my account for Netflix, it has 5 people, and that's why I told you, don't touch the vast account, because you're gonna mess up my algorithm of what I watch and what I see, and change into a Spanish novella, because my grandma watched my account 3 novellas, and then I hop on Netflix and say, because you watch The Life That Hurt Your Grandma, something like that, and it's a Spanish novella, but then it says, we recommend you to watch these. Like, no, I didn't watch these. So I had to go to my PC browser and say, did not watch. But I'm like, that's something that I agree with Netflix. Instead of them trying to cancel to share accounts with all friends and family, don't do that, Netflix, because you will lose a lot more subscribers if you do that. Do not try to track some way for people to share your account, because you will lose way more subscribers for that.
I think the other thing with Netflix, my final comment in regards to this is going to be that Netflix has been spiking their prices every year for years now.
That is true.
It's now reached a price point that they really can't go too much higher from here. And this is also contributes to why they lost. But they've been doing that because they knew, I feel like Netflix knew for a long time, one, that this was going to happen. And 2, Netflix also wanted to implement a system where they can have ads.
Right.
I think they've just genuinely, they tried to, like, hang on to that stability of, like, hey, we don't provide ads. But then that was only fun when everyone else was doing it, right? But now, outside of YouTube, you really don't have, you can get around that with everyone else for cheaper. You can literally, everyone else's streaming service has a paid service that's ad free, that's cheaper than you paying for Netflix.
Yeah, but once they add the plans with ads, I think their subscribers will go up a little bit. But Nick brought up something that I wanted to get you guys' perspective on, since we're talking about Netflix and how they cancel the wrong shows potentially. Kendall, how did you feel about them canceling Cowboy Bebop? I think the show had issues. I think there were some missteps, but I think canceling it after a first season was not the smart choice. I think they should have given it a second season, flesh out the characters and the stories a little bit more, like get into the more of the adventures of it. And then if season 2 didn't do well, then you got to cut your losses. But I think it was a little bit too quick to just cancel it after a first season, because I think visually, every second, every frame of Cowboy Bebop was flawless. The set designs flawless. The actors that they picked for all of these characters flawless. But they did well, except for Vicious. But they made some serious like missteps with the script, like serious missteps. But these things could have been course corrected in a second season. So what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, they could have even been retconned. Like we weren't that deep in the investment for things to not be fixed or adjusted. Again, I shout out to Sonic. We see what the community feedback can do for you, and I think instead of them taking the feedback as feedback, they were just like, nah, we'll just throw the whole show away. Which is crazy because the show still did well. The show still did numbers. The show was still trending on Netflix. There was really no reason for that. Same thing with Jupiter's Legacy. Although Jupiter's Legacy, I get a little bit more why you would not maybe want to greenlight that for a season 2. But I don't think the reception for either of those shows were so terrible that they should have gotten canceled like 2 weeks or 3 weeks after runtime. Like that's absolutely crazy to me, man. Like that's just that. Even bad movies stay in the movie theater longer than that. Like
Facts.
You really didn't even try to give them a chance to improve. I think even a 6-episode season 2 for Cowboy Bebop, as opposed to outright canceling it, could have been a better option or better direction to go in.
I do want to say to your comment, Kendall, that I remembered that you gave me a poor nightmare type of flashback that I saw on Facebook from what you said, that there's poor or worse movies that are much longer in the movie theater. Somebody on Facebook actually said that Morbius is their favorite comic book movie of the year so far, and they have seen the Batman and other films. So
I've heard a lot of mixed reception about the Batman. But like I say about everything's not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah, I mean, I will never judge anyone. If you actually think that Morbius is your favorite comic book movie of the year or however many years, I mean, that's fine, man. If it worked for you, work for you. Like it's not a terrible movie. It's just
not terrible.
It's just super generic.
I stand behind. That's one of the best castings I've seen in a while. He knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, it sucks that I don't think he might get like another chance, but with Sony, who knows? Because I mean, dude, this movie has been out for a month. It hasn't even crossed 160 million worldwide.
Yeah,
like I don't see the point.
I hope they didn't expect it to. I am surprised it crossed 100. No, I'm serious. Like it's not one of those type of films that I think would go out and you expect it to do 500 million in theaters.
I mean, you at least 350. I mean, at least.
I did not have those aspirations for this series.
Oh,
like but that's my thing. 1st. Like they don't.
Mm-hmm. I thought this film came out in March. Damn, it's been only a month for Morbius. Damn. Rest your soul.
It's not. This is the end of Lifeline for a series like this where it's not going to get extra. They're not going to go back and give it extra movie time. Like it's done. So like there's nothing to worry about there. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Is that whole, speaking of news, is that whole thing with Bad Bunny and
Well, that's what I was gonna ask James if he wants to discuss that here, since we're not going to discuss news tomorrow. Would you want to bring that up now and to have a quick conversation since we're on the news topic? I don't mind a little sharing the floor. If you want to clip that out, you can.
Yeah. Give him the news because I would love to talk about this.
Yo, I'm all right. So for those that don't know, this week it's CinemaCon. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. So each of the big studios had their day to present stuff that they're gonna be coming out this year. The Flash with Warner Brothers and other projects. Marvel with their projects of Toy Story. Not Toy Story. Buzz Lightyear and their projects of Thor and everything else coming this year. But Sony gave announcements that everybody questioned. Like Marvel and Warner Bros. We were like, yes, we're excited for. With Sony's day, which I think happened on Monday first, we were like, Sony, what the fuck you doing? So one of the announcements that that Kendall brought up in the chat, it is a comic book villain towards Spider-Man that only premiered for 2 issues. For people to understand, 2 issues are about manga chapter. That's about less than 20 pages. For a comic book, is less than 25 pages, for ads and everything for the next issue. So think about this. It's less than 50 pages of a premiere for this character called El Muerto, where he's a wrestling opponent for Spider-Man. And he's being played by Bad Bunny. And it's coming out year 2023. Guess what? That's next year around the corner. Guys, I work in production. James knows about production. Kendall as well. A movie to be announced right now instead of coming out next year, it means you literally have no idea what the fuck you're doing. Sorry, guys. I just got mad because it's Spider-Man is one of my favorite characters. And this is a Spanish character being played on screen, and Sony's gonna treat us like it's fucking nothing. Ooh, man.
So 2024. So January 2024.
2024.
So,
Yeah.
all right,
Still.
All right. Hold up. Jay just said the month. Sony said January 2024, and for those that knows about box office, that is the dumping ground of trash movies.
Dude,
again,
Vash just said it. This dude showed up in 2 random fucking issues of Spider-Man. There is nothing to talk about. There is no movie. I don't get it.
Chat said,
what is it about?
You know what?
Chat said Bad Bunny's gonna look hot in the outfit though.
Stupid about that though. I don't even think Bad Bunny's a bad casting choice.
He ate.
It's not about the casting.
What is this movie? What? I got upset.
Right,
I think you saw me put my head down because I really got upset because you said Flash. But now that I'm back on target, Sony, what are you doing? We keep talking about this. Feel like it's 3 weeks of us talking about Sony. Look in the camera. Look at me. Sony, please stop. Please stop.
Look, Sony, you could put more money and work with Marvel. Make another Spider-Man cartoon. Just make another Spider-Man cartoon.
Just put everything into Spider-Man, the multiverse, into the Spider-Verse, and put everything into making me a Smash series. That's all I need you to do.
I said this on Twitter.
Partner with Nintendo, make a Smash universe. Go ahead.
Why not? But it's why not make a Silk movie? Silk is in another universe. It doesn't have to connect to Tom Holland in any way. It's a different universe. Why not do Spider-Gwen? Another completely different universe. Who wants to see this movie?
Or Nick Cage.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man Noir. I think that'll be hilarious. That'll be good. Why not do that? I just don't get. And also the Madam Web movie. I don't understand how you make a Madam Web movie without other spider people. It doesn't make sense.
Pointless.
What is the movie?
It's pointless to introduce a Madam Web movie when she's not been in any of the mainstay series. Absolutely pointless because there's no tie-in. There's no tie-in without you having that initial Peter Parker connection and reference to, in my personal opinion, there's no reason for you to have an interaction with Madam Web. I will say Madam Web does play a cool part in a way to have the whole multiverse of the Spider-Verse, but you haven't introduced to the main Spider-Man.
Yes, let's be honest, they're not that clever. They're not going to use Madam Web to connect to the Spider-Verse. They're not that clever.
And Nick, and I agree. I was also gonna bring that up to James' point. We haven't seen Madam Web since 2007, and before that, it was probably in the 1990s cartoon. That's it. Yeah, comics wise, I don't remember exactly, but I know it was around there too. But we haven't seen Madam Web in so long.
Multiple movies that are inspired by the 90s comic heavily. We've seen it in a lot of the different takes and a lot of even the costume designs for characters.
Yeah.
They chose to leave that out. Just much like my criticism of the current franchise is that the Peter Tingle or Spider Senses in the first movie at the very least was not something that was handled properly.
Oh, of course.
What do you mean by that?
What?
What do you mean it wasn't handled properly?
Are you a fan of the Peter Tingle?
I mean, I'm not necessarily a fan, but I don't see anything wrong with the way that they decided they wanted to do it.
Because
for me, it was just okay, so it's he doesn't have it right away because like in Civil Wars he's only been Spider-Man for like 6 months, and then Homecoming is pretty soon after that. So it's like he's developing it, right? So I think in No Way Home, like I think it was used really well in Far From Home and No Way Home.
Yes.
So I liked it there, but I mean I don't have any issues with it.
I think that was just course correction. I think that was course correction from audience feedback.
I think it's growth though.
But I do like the way that it's framed. But however, I feel like I'm not gonna sit here and be like I read every single Spider-Man series. However, it's a very core part of his main set of skills.
Fair, yeah. But I like the fact that it took him a while to develop that skill though. Yeah. I like that he didn't just have all of those skills like a year in. You know what I mean? Like
and I mean like it's good. So the other side of it is you have it and then you're hypersensitive to it, which I think is a very played out way to like address it. So like again, like I'm not upset with it, but it definitely felt like in the first movie, it felt like it was an afterthought. It didn't feel like, oh, this is something I'm struggling. Like if it was the whole movie of like you had hints of like I'm kind of struggling to grasp whatever this kind of thing is, I would understand. Into the Spider-Verse does a good job of like kind of playing around with that concept as an example as well. So like I just think it's the certain decisions and choices about the way they go about it. The way again, I won't say it's bad. I won't say it's bad, but like it rubbed me the wrong way in watching it initially. Now, like you said, kind of looking at the span of all the movies, it's a good decision.
I definitely see where you're coming from though.
My thing to add to that as well is how Kevin Feige has always said that this is his trilogy of growth. How from Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home, this is his growth from becoming the actual Spider-Man that we grew to love from the comics, from the Tobey film. But this was his trilogy to grow to his character the way we saw him be done in No Way Home at the end. So that's why I understood from his Peter Tingle and everything going on there, the little jokes, he was becoming the actual Spider-Man character that we have grown to love as the friendly neighborhood hero and everything else with that. So I've understood his character. But also
it's not the norm, but I do like that they took 3 movies to be an origin story for this Spider-Man. I like that they took their time, and it's not like The Amazing, which I do like The Amazing Spider-Man, but it's not like them just trying to rush through it and get to it, right? Like they took 3 movies to make an origin story for Peter Parker, and now everything going forward, like he's like, I don't know if he's gonna get to go to college, but like he's a man now. Like what is he going to be doing as Spider-Man now? So this is a new trilogy as Spider-Man. I really like that. I kind of hope Matt Reeves kind of does the same thing where like the Batman 2 is like year 4, and then we get to see like what has he been doing the past like 2 years, right? Like what are the upgrades to the suit, the Batmobile, like the Bat bike, shit like that, like the Batman 3. Like he still has trilogy
so much training to do.
Well,
like
we did get the announcement Batman 2. We did get announced that Batman 2 is in the works.
Yeah. Did we really get a confirmation that that Spider-Man trilogy is a 3-part? I don't think I ever.
There's no confirmation yet.
There's not been confirmation. There's been speculation. There's been
I speak confidently to it because I think it's happening. I think it's happening. I think they're definitely gonna make another trilogy.
Oh yeah, there has to be because they know it's gonna make a lot more money. And now, if I'm correct, saying Raimi is saying that he has no problem to make Spider-Man 4.
No one's ever said that they have a problem. It's the language for me. You guys know it's the theatricals of it all. The language is like, yeah, I'm down for it. Oh, I would not.
He said this. Well, he said this now because of the multiverse. Now, No Way Home in the Multiverse of Madness. He said it because the movie comes out next week internationally, and also critics, everyone's going to see next week. So he's doing posts.
There's definitely a story to tell. I mean, spoilers for No Way Home. If you haven't seen it by now, I don't know what you're doing. But it's like, I am still of the belief that Doc Ock took the arc reactor when he went back to his universe. So Sam Raimi could pick up with them right after that moment and see what Doc Ock chooses to do with the arc reactor. And also, does he revert? What happens? So I think there's definitely a story to tell, especially like 20 years. Like, what has he been doing with Mary Jane? I mean, I hate his Mary Jane. I despise her with every single part of my being. But I can't wait to see like what he could do with like a 4th Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire. It would be really fun.
And they have a kid because
oh God, I hope not. I pray that they don't do that. Please, God.
I think that there's so the success of Into the Spider-Verse birthed something that allowed for Sony to have the potential to be great things. Stick to the true stories.
Yes, potential.
Use the origin, use the source material. Will be good from there. Like, I think if they just don't, like, I'm okay with original story. Like, even for the Spider-Man series as it is, if you decided to say, well, Peter Parker doesn't end up going directly into college and you show like a little different way of a path for him, whatever, that's cool. But like, as far as like, I feel like certain key things, certain life things that happens that I think is still relevant. Kind of like we saw in No Way Home. It's like, oh man, yeah, I lost my person too. Oh yeah, I wasn't able to rescue these people. Oh, I fought this. I fought that. Oh, I fought this. So I feel like that's like, again, they've set something in a good place that it can either be a good stopping point or a good starting point, depending on how Sony chooses to handle things. However, I'll go on the record and say we don't need another Morbius movie. We don't need another Venom movie. You don't need to make any other side characters movie. And until you and Marvel can figure out how to do the X-Men correctly and give me a Spider-Man X-Men crossover, I really don't need you to cross over anything else.
So I'm here for Venom 3. Venom is in a very like tight niche of it's so bad that it's entertaining.
Yes.
I want it.
I've not seen the second one yet, but I did enjoy the first one.
But not the movie. I don't need a third Venom movie. I need Venom in movies. I need them to figure out how they want that Venom, to interact in the other like movie verses and keep that Venom.
They want a Sinister Six. Like Morbius is in.
That's what Morbius.
Why?
So Morbius is in Venom's universe, and Vulture is in their universe as well. So we have 3 members of the Sinister Six. So we know Kraven is going to be in that universe as well. So he's going to be a part of their Sinister Six.
But why I don't know is Sony so obsessed with Sinister Six? Why they're obsessed with this concept?
This also gives you another opportunity, like you said, for that specific.
It's their villain Avengers.
Yeah,
it is what it is. It's their villain Avengers, but the problem is they're not willing to put in the work to earn it. They're not willing to do it. Marvel Studios got to Avengers in 4 years.
Oh, that.
In like 4 or 5 years, right? Because Iron Man and Incredible Hulk came out in 2008. Yeah. So 4 years, you did like 2 movies per year, and then you got to the Avengers. You kind of need to do the same thing. You need to build the groundwork. I'm not saying you can't make these solo movies, but they have to make sense, right? Like, I don't know what you're going to do with a Kraven movie that doesn't have Spider-Man in it. I don't know what you're going to do, but it could be interesting. Like, Morbius, it wasn't a terrible idea. It's a lazy script, and it's a script that you've read and seen 10,000 times since the 2000s. Since 2001, you've seen this movie 5,000 times.
It's a drawn-out Netflix short.
Oh yeah,
right.
I totally understand.
It's ridiculous, but yeah, I mean, I'm here for all the Venoms. They're so terrible that they're great. Like Woody Harrelson as Carnage, all the Carnage scenes are amazing.
Look,
everything else is terrible, but the symbiote shit.
Venom 2 is good. The Venom itself and the Carnage itself, great. Which I think I get it. It's hard to kind of figure out how you want to navigate with your your animated characters in these type of films. I think that's a area that a lot of people are struggling with right now, where it's like, how much, time do I give to the actual people versus these, CGI or these, animated generated characters. And I get that. Like I said, I'm good for Venom being in movies. I would like lots of movies to have Venom in it and give Venom the screen time Venom deserves, because Venom is they're doing a good job with Venom. And even if they bring in another actor, give me that same Venom. Like the voice that we currently have for Venom, preserve that voice.
I don't care if Tom Hardy though.
Huh?
It's Tom Hardy doing the voice.
I know. I'm just saying, even if you do want to cast someone else, right? Like even if you say, hey, we need to put a different person to match up whatever timelines or something, whatever. I still think that's the Venom voice that I want to hear.
Same.
Yeah, I
Much
mean,
like I feel like
I think you can.
the Harley Quinn that we have right now, I need that Harley Quinn to be our Harley Quinn for like the next 5 years. Don't move Harley Quinn.
Facts, yeah. I think Tom Hardy loves doing Venom. He's friends with Tom Holland. They want to be in a movie together. And I forgot what end credit scene it was. I can't remember. But there's clearly a Venom symbiote piece still in our universe.
Oh, it was No Way
So
Home.
at some point in No Way Home, okay.
Yeah.
So at some point in whatever it's going to be, a trilogy, another 2 movies, whatever it is, we will see Venom. It's just who is it going to attach to? That's going to be the thing.
But one other thing I was gonna bring up about the Sony announcement, I'm kind of hurt, but I'm happy about the title. The third Spider-Verse film is titled Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. The film is set to be released on March 29, 24. And by the way, guys, if you knew where I got this information from, it's from the C4S Spoilers account on Twitter. You guys should go follow that because they are very good and informative on where you can find this information day to day because James and other people tweet it. So it's definitely very good. But I am happy with that title. Beyond the Spider-Verse, really nice.
Yeah, I'm glad that they got rid of the part 1, part 2.
Yes.
And just decided to just across the Spider-Verse, beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Very, very excited about that for sure.
It
shows thinking that they're actually thinking bigger.
Why are we like? Hey, I can't be mad. I'm happy that we're doing thinking in the animated side, but can we get some of those smart people from the animated side into the live action because we need those to put some nice heads together.
Hire the 3 of us. The best thing you could do is hire the 3 of us. So sneak peek into what I'm working on right now. I'm actually working on building out a script for a video that I'm going to do, which is a pitch to Sony for 6 movies that will get them to the Sinister Six. I am crafting 6 movies that will perfectly set up a Sinister Six part 1 and part 2, because I can get on the internet and I can bitch about how much Sony sucks. I'm actually going to give them a plan. I'm going to make a video that tells them exactly how to do it. And they should just hire me to fucking do it.
100% agree with that.
I'll give you a sneak peek. I'm choosing Chameleon as the first villain of the first movie.
And question, did you get the idea from the original Spider-Man cartoon?
I can neither confirm nor deny. I'm speaking for
I didn't even think of that.
Because what's funny, they did that arc. I just know off the top of my head because I just rewatching, I think a year ago. So they actually did the arc with the Chameleon first. Because remember in the Spider-Man cartoon, Peter Parker had to go back in time to find out about his parents and everything, and he had to fight the Sinister Six. One of the first Sinister Six he had to fight was the Chameleon.
Yeah, I need to do a rewatch. I didn't even think of that.
So
yeah, I was picking Chameleon for completely different reasons.
But it's a good idea, so trust me, I fuck with the idea.
Yeah, so Sony, be on the lookout for my pitch. I'll do a way better job than you can. I promise you.
Hey, and we're here to support on that idea because, hey, Sony, Warner Brothers, every studio, we know that you have your hiccups. Warner Brothers.
I would love DC to hire me, please.
Warner Brothers, I don't know what you're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks because you're going to have a lot of problems, a lot of press tour things you got to fix in the next coming.
A lot of problems. So I've heard that She Who Shall Not Be Named is only in the movie for about like 10 minutes. But I'm still not supporting the movie in theaters. I'll watch it on HBO Max that AT&T pays for. So I'll wait the 45 days and then I'll watch it on HBO Max.
Which movie we talking about?
Aquaman.
Oh.
Yeah, her. Yeah. Oh, wow. Totally forgot about that. The C4S account also tweeted a live action Hot Wheels movie is set to be produced by Wait, why? That's literally
to compete with Fast and Furious is ending, so they're trying to find the next best thing to pick up from Fast and Furious.
You are literally asking for Need for Speed.
They've tried this already.
That's literally Need for Speed. Yeah.
Well,
failed.
I mean,
if
first you don't succeed, try again.
Wow, I just did not know that. Wow. Well,
yeah.
I did see the tweet, but I just
wild.
totally did not know who was attached to it. J.J. Abrams can no. I got
J.J. Abrams is the guy you want to start your franchise,
but can't continue.
But Hot Wheels,
but don't continue. But Hot Wheels,
right? Hot Wheels, really? All right.
I am confused. Also, I heard about that Beyblade thing. I hope it's not confirmed. I really hope it isn't.
A Beyblade live action movie?
Yeah, live action.
Stop.
It's rumors, as what I heard, but not been confirmed so far yet.
Stop, please.
Yeah, the live action Yu-Gi-Oh thing has been being thrown around for a while, and it's actually easier to do. It's easier to do. It doesn't function. And the reason it doesn't function is because if it did function, they would have VR Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's not.
I actually think Beyblade would be easier to do than Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes,
definitely Beyblade would be easier to do if it's not animated by the US. If it's not put together, because I don't want to see.
Hold up. If it's done by
Dragon Ball Evolution mess ups.
No, Kendall. If it's done by Lionsgate, wait, is it Lionsgate that did Godzilla versus Kong?
Legendary.
If it's done by Legendary, I support.
So hear me out. Sean Levy, who did Real Steel. I think he could make a really good Beyblade movie.
I just rewatched Real Steel and I enjoyed it. He makes movies
that have a lot of heart. I think you could do something really cool with the individual Beyblades, and then with the CGI today, like
the CGI. The problem with it's literally my biggest concern is spinning tops. Spinning tops is right up there with rubber people for me.
No, come on.
As a concern,
no way. There's a
concern,
whole difference.
Yes, I am concerned. As my personal concern.
Okay.
Interesting. So you put Beyblade.
What about it though?
Spinning in the same.
Because
I want to know.
It's the weird. Think Sharknado.
Because I mean, think about it like this, right? So in No Way Home, all of the goblin grenades that we saw, all CGI, right? Think of that just in Beyblades, and just like I think it can work. They can make it look really good. Like rubber people, that's really hard. I'm really sorry for the One Piece series. I do not think it's gonna look good at all.
Hey,
like this is precisely why Miss Marvel. That's why they changed her powers, because Disney was smart and they knew it would look fucking stupid to stretch people. The technology is never going to look good.
I feel like two reasons. They did it for that, and also because they're gonna bring Mr. Fantastic next, so they don't want to have two types of similarities powers on screen.
Okay, yeah, I buy that.
So like I feel like it's both of those reasons. But James, can you correct me? Was it Legendary that also did Pacific Rim?
I believe so.
Because I did a search and it did say Legendary, but I just want to make sure if you could fact check for me.
I believe so. Yeah.
But Legendary, I think would be great if they did Beyblade, because they know how to do good type of CG animation and look very realistic. Kendall, so I feel like that's a good one on that end. So
y'all gonna have to. I'm gonna have to see I literally just need to see a Beyblade and a Big Beast coming out of it before I can.
Dude. Your concerns are valid.
No,
Believe me, they're very valid.
I understand
because
them.
Here's the thing, right? You have to have really like wide shots for like when the Beyblades are actually battling. When the monsters come out, you need really wide shots. What does it look like? How, like, where are you gonna cut back to? When are you gonna cut back to the Beyblades? When are you gonna cut back to the characters themselves? Like, I'm worried about that kind of stuff. Like, that's what I'm worried about. But the CGI of just like the Beyblades themselves, like I think it can be done really well, as long as they give a shit.
So now the last important news before we move on to the main topic of the show, the big childhood part of ours, Barbie. Are we excited for her?
No.
Huh? Is Margot Robbie?
Greta Gerwig is making a live action Barbie movie starring Margot Robbie.
Sam Liu is on it as well, and a couple of the characters.
Yeah, Simu Liu is in it as well. A bunch of other people are in it, and I just don't understand why we need a live action Barbie movie. But
perfect timing, Sam. Whose childhood? Whose childhood?
Sam, what's good, bro?
Oh yeah, because Cass is done from, so that's why he should jump in. But yeah, Sam, hey, I was trying to wait, Sam Liu, yes. From Ten Rings.
Ryan Gosling is playing Ken.
Yes, Ryan Gosling
Will
playing Ken.
Ferrell,
Makes sense for Ryan Gosling
America
though.
Ferrera,
Ryan
Kate
Gosling
McKinnon.
playing Ken, if this movie was shot maybe 5 or 10 years ago, makes sense.
Right. Oh, fuck. I mean, don't get me wrong.
That's not disrespect to Ryan. I'm just like,
Greta Gerwig is a really good director.
Yeah. Yes.
She's a good writer, but I just don't get what story we're telling with Barbie. I don't get it.
Like, I have never seen Barbie. I have seen clips because of my nieces and cousins. I've seen Barbie for that reason, but I don't I don't know what's the story that could also appeal to critics or male audience that could also catch the interest to actually go watch it with their partners or girlfriends or
didn't
their
they fail
kids.
to do the Winx Club and Powerpuff Girls and a couple of other female audience, women audience
Kendall,
targeted?
If you are interested, I will send you the rejected script for the Powerpuff Girls pilot on CW. It is one of the worst things I have ever fucking read
because I don't understand.
I can't believe they actually filmed some of this script.
Yeah,
they actually filmed. I'm like, this is actually terrible. Like, this is why it has to be reworked. The script is actually one of the worst things I've ever written. I mean, I've ever read.
There's no rewriting. There's no rewriting. You don't make an adult Powerpuff Girls. You don't.
Nick, I have not heard that rumor.
A live action Mega Man?
I've not heard anything of that. So maybe.
I mean, I'd be down for sure.
Talks about a live action Mega Man.
I did not know about that.
There was talks about a live action Mega Man.
Same studio, same writers, same everything as Sonic. And I'm there opening night.
Yes,
for sure.
Again, the mind behind Sonic, I can tell from this second movie is actually a fan. When we got those trailers for Sonic 1, I was like, this guy hates Sonic. This is a scam. This guy hates Sonic. But
if you've seen Sonic 2, me and Sam Sonic was just like little kids.
He cares. Sonic 2 shows you that he cares.
So according to The Verge, Netflix is planning on making a live action Mega Man movie.
Once you said Netflix, I'm like,
I'm even less interested.
Yeah. If you said Warner Brothers, Disney, Paramount, Universal, Lionsgate, then I'll be like, okay. But Netflix, I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it could go either way. The Adam Project is already one of my favorite movies of the year. I love that movie.
This is something that Sony should get behind. I need studios to get out of their head and partner with each other and actually give us good content. I also need Nintendo to step up and like acknowledge that we need a Smash universe. They're
sitting on a fucking gold mine, dude.
Because if y'all thought Avengers took the world by storm, and then you can go back and reset whatever. The game already exists. Like it's what? Anyways.
The thing is, how do you craft the story? That's my only question.
That is true.
Like where do you start? What's the end game? Like what brings these characters together? Who's the big bad?
Like you cannot be like the studio Power Rangers and say you're gonna make 7 films but never actually make 7 films and you just shot yourself in the foot. Like know what's your plan, that you're gonna produce something, and what's your type of end game.
Hear me out, right? Hear me out. Shadow, chaos overload, multi-level ripples through the universe. A stray ring rolls onto the screen over a manhole in the street. Out comes Mario.
That's the teaser. I'll buy it.
That's the teaser.
I've been saying this since Anime Podcast probably episode 50, 2 years ago when Sonic 1 came out. Smash Bros. And Nick Fury has to play Snake. And Snake right there. He comes to each of the world. He literally the soldier. I literally have been saying this for a long time. Nick Fury just plays Snake. He can literally don't do much. Right there, it's just perfect for his character. So I feel like, shit just be smooth. But on a serious note, the last 2 news I was gonna bring up because I'm not gonna end the show. I'm not gonna end the segment with Barbie.
Thank you.
Who's excited for Avatar number 2, 3, 4, and 5? Because nobody asked for this shit.
I did.
I didn't.
I want it. So here's my thing. Here's where I defend Avatar. So Avatar changed how people made movies,
Agreed.
much like The Matrix did, and much like other movies have. And the problem with the first Avatar movie, yeah, there's 5 of them, bro. There's 4 sequels. Yeah.
And
A sequel's coming out every 2 years.
And plus, Kendall, the 5th one comes out in the year 2028. I will be
Yeah.
32. James will be almost 40. Just know that.
Sheesh. But here's my thing. So the first Avatar movie, it is just Dances with Wolves with blue people. It is just Pocahontas with blue people. But the universe that he created, that James Cameron created with Pandora, and it being this enormous planet and all of the different things that we can explore, this second movie, The Way of Water, this is going to be a whole different part of Pandora that we've never seen, different tribes that we haven't experienced. I am very like entrenched in like the universe that James Cameron has built in Avatar with the Na'vi and all of these different things. That's what I'm interested in. Like the first movie, if people don't like it, I get it. You know, I get it. Like the story doesn't move the needle in any way, but the world that he built, that's worth watching. So that's what I'm here for.
James, question.
And it's James Cameron. I mean,
the movie is going to be re-released and remastered in September of this year. I forgot what date.
But yeah, because it still doesn't have a 4K. It's only on Blu-ray.
So it's going to be remastered and it's going to be re-released. Question to you. For somebody who watched it whenever it was released 10, 12 years ago, however long ago it was, and who didn't like it.
It was cinematically, they put it back in theaters. I don't remember.
It was re-released so many different times.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how it beat Endgame again to become the biggest movie in the world.
And it's going to be Endgame again because of this year. So my question to you, do you think me watching it for the first time in years and also having a better mindset about production, about filmmaking, do you think I will enjoy the film this time around? Because the first time I watched it, I was a kid. I don't know, probably 10, 12 something years old. 2, also, I had false advertisement because the way I knew Avatar was Avatar: The Last Airbender, and when I saw this film, it was blue people. So I'm like, yeah, ain't my little airbending, earthbending, waterbending people. So that's 1. 2, the film did not seem intriguing to me, so I've only seen half the film. I actually never have finished it. So from your perspective,
that was a long movie at that age for our generation.
Agreed, that too.
Right. I saw Avatar in theaters, I don't know, maybe like 5 times. So here's the thing. You mentioned it, production. This is still one of the best looking movies that I've ever seen. And it came out in 2009, right? So I think when you do see it again, you will be blown away by the visuals, especially on Pandora, the floating mountains, the creatures that they've built. It looks stunning. It sounds amazing. So from a production standpoint, I think you're going to be blown away by it. Now, the story, it is what it is. Like, it doesn't matter to me if you care about the story, but like from a production standpoint and like a main character standpoint, like Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana, they're amazing. Mm-hmm. So like watching them fight to protect the Na'vi and to protect everything that they've built, you'll like that. But it's like, it is a pretty basic story, but it's the beginning of a saga. So I think, again, from a production standpoint, you're gonna fucking love it. I'm telling you, bro. Like, this movie is still one of the best movies I've ever seen. So, and again, James Cameron is changing the way we make films again with Avatar 2, with new like camera technology to film underwater. Like, he's changing the game again. So Avatar 2 is gonna be something even better. So that's why I'm excited.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this. One, I'm shocked because I guess I didn't go to look into it. I knew that there was talks about more Avatar movies. I didn't know there were 5. However, or 4 more rather. I'll say this. Vash, how have you felt about the Jurassic World series?
I've only seen the first one. Of the new Jurassic World, I've only seen the first one. I have not seen the second one.
How did you feel about the recent Godzilla series?
I enjoy them. Godzilla versus Kong.
Kendall, you're killing me.
I'm trying to make a point. Can't
wait to see what the point is, because at the moment I still have not figured it out. But I've enjoyed Godzilla versus Kong.
Those series pale in comparison to what was executed in the Avatar. Significantly in the way that things have been designed and structured, in my opinion.
I see what you're saying. I see
And
your
those
point
are
and
what are
message.
considered some of the top like big open world like type of dynamics that we've gotten. And to talk about blending, like again, we talk about I was just talking about how people are struggling to figure out how to blend real life acting with the CGI. This was one of the last films that really did really went in their bag on doing makeup. The CGI world is blended very, very, very seamlessly over the real world shots. You get this little slight kind of like war aspect kind of thing that's happening as an undertone to the series. And again, I think, if you were, again, Vash, you were like, 12, you said at that time, a movie of that length and that much depth is a lot.
Yeah.
There's parts that are really,
Avatar.
really fun. There's parts that move your heart. They invoke emotions from you. So I would definitely say rewatch it. But also, like James said, the story is the story.
It is what it is.
Story.
It's just Dances with Wolves. Like there's nothing special about it.
It does feel very much so like this is a movie zero. This is a origin story.
Literally
this
zero.
Is literally like this is where we start from here.
Yeah. So Avatar 2 is actually like Avatar 1 in my opinion. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, Avatar 1 is just 0.
When it comes in the spring, I'll check it out.
But I have to push back on the Jurassic World comparison. I think those movies are god awful. Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom are probably two of the worst movies I think I've ever seen. Versus like Godzilla versus Kong is like some of like the most fun, pure, genuine fun movies ever. I had to step it
up and let you know that because don't get me wrong, I like Jurassic World because I like the franchise, like I like that. But like if you want,
they haven't made a good one since.
If you want to watch
movie.
Good Jurassic content, go watch the animated series on Netflix with the kids. That is way better content from them.
It's like Lost World was meh. Jurassic Park 3 was again terrible.
Like I feel like my point with all of this is like I'm still about to go watch a new one when it comes out. But like my point with all that was that like you see people try to advertise and market things as like a step up from the way it used to be kind of thing. But like so many movies are still trying to reach what Avatar reached.
Yeah, good point.
I agree with that 100%. So with that understanding, no movie is perfect. I will check.
I could have used Pacific Rim as my example, James.
Pacific Rim is another movie that's still one of the best looking movies I've ever seen. Dude, that movie on 4K it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
4K actually.
Oh my god.
Watch it.
Oh my god. It's one of the best looking 4K movies I've ever seen.
I still need to watch the second one. I haven't had the chance to watch it. But with that being the case,
watch it while you're cleaning the house.
Give me an actual Gundam movie.
Pacific Rim 2 is also one of the worst films I've ever fucking seen. Did you see Independence Day Resurgence?
No, I knew not to watch that. I knew not to.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Pacific Rim 2 is worse than that.
What?
I mean, the trailers were garbage for both of those. I'm not surprised.
Yep.
Well,
they're pretty much the same movie.
I was excited for what's his face, the guy that's in Star Wars.
John Boyega. Yeah, he sucks. Like he's good. His character is terrible.
Damn, that sucks. Hey,
but
I was excited to hear that.
You know what the thing is? The marketing around that movie was not about the movie. It was about John.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I vividly remember it was just constantly about him. But I knew the first Pacific Rim doesn't even end in a way that justifies you having a second movie for it.
I mean, not really, but it's like at the same time to think that there was only one breach would be foolish.
Yeah, no,
right?
I agree.
This is a plan to literally invade our planet, and they've spent years trying to eradicate humans. There's definitely not just one breach. So it made sense for there to be another one. The mistake was trying to do it without Del Toro. That was the mistake.
Oh, yeah, that's a mistake. You gotta trust Del Toro. If you don't have him,
the thing is, they didn't want to give, much like Hellboy 3, they didn't want to give Del Toro the money. So he was like, well, I'm not doing it. And then they did it their way and it was fucking terrible. John Boyega's character, I'm not gonna go off on a tangent or anything, but John Boyega's character is the son of Idris's character in the first movie, and he's the most generic character ever. He's like, I'm not my father. You want me to be like my father, but I'm not my father. He's the rebel that doesn't want to be like his decorated father. I'm like, dude, we've seen this since the dawn of time. No one cares. It's played out. No one cares. That's his entire arc. I'm not my dad. That's his whole arc. There's nothing to him. There's
That's
nothing
disappointing.
interesting about him. He's talented because his dad was talented. Like, that's it. There's just nothing.
That's very disappointing.
I feel like I vaguely remember watching the movie, and it's just not in my memory, which speaks for itself.
I don't remember much about the first one, but I do remember enjoying the first one, having a great time watching the first one.
Watch it again.
So
Incredible.
I do plan to in 4K, and play in my living room with my soundbar, my bass. Even though my first time living in my household for 9 months, my neighbor came to my doorstep asking to put down my loud music and sound. But I'm like, bitches, yeah, are the one that are loud 24/7. You're telling me that my sound bar is loud enough for you? I'm like, that's some bullshit.
It's always the loud neighbors that complain.
Yo,
Yeah,
they
don't
make
care.
noise in
I
the
pay
day,
rent.
night, and everything. And
I pay rent. I
me-
paid for all of this stuff so I can enjoy it. I don't care.
Yeah, and I'm like, nah, that's just wild. Like, you are not my landlord and complain at this at me. Like, fuck.
Yeah,
you, fuck
I
it.
don't care.
But for the news, this is about it in a wrap. We're gonna go to our main topic of the show, Spring Anime 2022, the 3-episode rule, what we drop in, what we keep in. But before we get into that, like some people in the chat I saw, so I want to give that quick announcement that people say, wait, stream is early? Yes. So for those that haven't known that I got a new job, my new in stable hours, my new job starts this coming Monday, May 2nd. Time has fly fast. So my job is from 9 to 5. So I'll be home much earlier now, and Sam's still in school and everything. So Sam is still the host of the show, but I'm just taking reins while he is in school. But we do plan to start the show from the future, from starting next week, 8 or 9 p.m. EST. So instead of starting 10:30 late, we plan to start from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Still 2-hour show, 2 hours and maybe 30 minutes max, but still plan to start 8 to 9 p.m. EST show. So it's one for people to know if you're fans of our show and if you want to keep tabs when the show will start at 10 p.m. or 10:30. No, we're going to start earlier now because for us and ourselves, and just to have time afterwards with our partner, life, do whatever the hell we want. So I just want to give that quick announcement. And Show Nerone still hasn't been decided for this Sunday, but if it doesn't happen, it's because it's Golden Week and just to have a time off for ourselves and the team in general. So hopefully this works for you guys' schedule as well, to just come check us out at 9 p.m. EST. Will be the latest to start time from here on forward. So that's pretty exciting. A much earlier show and, much better prepared show overall. But with that being the case, do you guys want to say anything towards that, or are we good to move on?
No, we're good. You said it.
No, congratulations to you, and rooting for you, Sam. We miss you. I may have to take a stab at your intros because I can't take any more of the Vash pancake and cheeses.
Yeah, but it has to be stopped. Sam, we need you. We need you to save us.
Yeah, well, we right now at Avatar, and when we needed him most.
Oh my god! So
on air, congrats for the job, dude. Like, I'm really happy for you to have like stable 9 to 5. You know exactly when you're gonna start, when you're gonna end. It gives you time to make content because I know you love creating content.
Yes.
And when you can't, I know it bums you out. So this works. I'm so happy for you.
You have no idea that May is the month that I'm gonna start doing small reviews on the C4's IG and the Anime Lately IG, stuff like that, where my room's now nice and prepared. So, like, for example, I haven't told James this, but now he's gonna find out. For next Wednesday, by then my room will be done. I will be watching Moon Knight. I'll be doing recording on the C4's IG on my in my room, just saying like your ideas of what you guys thought, and it's gonna be a nice reel. I already had planned. I already did. I already did a couple examples that I feel comfortable in my room setup. So I can't wait for it to actually be out and for it to see how many more followers we could get and stuff like that. So I have great ideas planned in May and forward. So that's one thing very exciting for us to do, and more plans in general. So it's just very exciting.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
And more reactions too. So it's gonna be a lot exciting and more gaming streams. And also Hunter x Hunter streams. I have idea plans, but I'm not gonna give a date yet. I have a working out schedule where I could put.
If I have time, I will do it with you. I promise. I will watch it with you.
I have an idea plan. I've spoken to my fiance because usually the weekends are for her, but we are working around a time. It will be every 2 weeks, but don't want to shoot myself in the foot and say something where it's not yet concrete. So, but I do have something planned, but it's very exciting. It's getting there. But the first thing I must say before we do the Hunter x Hunter streams, I need to buy new lights because I cannot do reactions on a full binge that is no lights, and that's just gonna kill me. So we are there. So we are there at the finish line. So I can't wait. Big things are happening for anime lately. Like Kendall himself know, me and him had a lot of discussions. I feel like this would be a good year for the brand itself and plus for C4S overall. So I can't wait to see what happens. But Spring Anime 2022, go. What have you been watching that is lackluster and has been slacking, and what else that has actually been surprising that we're enjoying and actually be entertaining? Go, Kendall, because I know that you want to shit on She-Hero already.
Disclaimer. I'm going to give things thumbs down, and what I'm giving things thumbs down for is things that I'm going to binge once the season is finished. Shield Hero and Tomodachi Game. I don't think they're bad. I can't watch it week to week as it currently stands. I may still watch it, like if I'm just like eating lunch or something and it's like a release date, I may watch it, but I don't intend to actively give myself time to watch either of those series going forward. Tomodachi Game came out with a strong episode 1 and has not maintained that execution or pacing up to this week. Shield Hero, I already knew this just based off of me knowing the manga. I knew that this was going to happen this way, and I know where I want to come back in with the story that's gonna bring me back, because much like what's another series? Much like some other series, I can't think of it right now, but much like some other series, there's those portions of the story that didn't captivate me when I was reading. I'll give an example. Actually, My Hero Academia. I was not a fan reading the overhaul arc. And I didn't say it was bad. I just wasn't a fan. Like, it wasn't
week
something
to week
that I was
or
as
week to
excited.
week or just overall?
Week to week.
Okay.
That's fair. I see that for sure.
Yeah, no, and don't get me wrong. I think that certain parts of the anime they actually did better than the way it was written. But again, it's this week to week concept, and I guess like for the manga readers or for those of us who are seasonal watchers, you understand that there's just certain series. It's like, it's not even that it's bad. It's just like it's not necessarily the best at certain points to read or watch week to week. And I promise y'all, Shield Hero is gonna get to a point, and you guys are gonna get hooked back again. I just don't plan to stick around for that.
Dude, that's fair, because I'll tell you, with Slime, I can't watch it week to week. There's certain episodes that are just like, I don't want to say slow, but it's more like dialogue driven and like planning driven. And it's like, I will just prefer to just binge the whole thing instead of just watching it week to week, waiting 7 days for an episode of just everyone just sitting around forming a plan, right? Yeah. It's better where you can just click the next episode and then move on. So I get it. Like right now with Shield Hero,
I definitely did that for Slime. I took this last season where I took like a break. Like I knew specifically, I could tell which episodes were going to be which episodes, and I literally was like, I want to see up to here, and then I stopped, and I was like, I want to see up to here, and then I watched like the last 3 episodes week to week. Yeah.
So I get it.
Like for me, I do agree about the Tomodachi, because I know that you and Sam spoke about it 3 weeks ago before we took a break. back when we did the season 1 spring season first impressions, and I watched Totomachi 1 and 2, but then I watched 3. I'm like, why do I feel like it's getting slow? Like it reminded me a bit of Darwin's Game. So me and Sam reacted to Darwin's Game all of season 1. I think it was 11 episodes, and I enjoy it week to week, doing the reactions with Sam and everything. But watching Totomachi, it feels like more of a slower pace, it's not a bad thing. It's just more of the stories probably is better today watch it binge. Not every story purpose is to watch it binge week to week, type of conversation. But I feel like for this series, it felt like more of you get the whole information all on once, and you enjoy yourself seeing the story and the plot progression happening. And
but that's all I have to say. Like I said, if I'm chilling at home, it's like today. Like let's say I was stopped and I was eating my lunch or something. I was like, oh, let me throw something on, and they happened to catch my eye or it came to mind. I might watch it, but there's I'm so much more enjoying the trapped in a dating sim. I'm so much more enjoying Awashi. I'm super enjoying Spy X Family. These 3 series for me as of right now really captivate me. And then there's still other lighter series that I'm watching week to week that are also really good. Dance Dance the Sir is still really good to me. And what's the other demon lord isekai that you told me about, James?
The greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody.
That's been good.
Yeah.
It's not something that's like, I need like a good balance of like things that are gonna like cleanse my palate as I'm watching stuff. So
I would recommend that people binge this. I do not recommend watching this week to week.
Yeah, I like I said, it's been a good. I was just about to say it's been a good like kind of cleanse, but now I'm just like, I think I've got my 3 to 5 that I'm gonna definitely watch week to week, and if I pick up something else, I pick up something else. But
so like I'm watching like 6 week to week right now.
Nice.
It's been a while since I've been this like into anime again. But the greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody. Like me, like that's right up my alley. I'm loving that. Spy Family is the GOAT right now for me. Like that's what I watch with Mia every Saturday. Like we wake up, like whenever Spy Family is on, we watch it. I'm loving Shield Hero. What I've been doing is I saw the first 2 episodes together. And then I watched episode 3 and 4 together. So I'm kind of like watching like 2 episodes back to back instead of watching it week to week, because it's also hard for me as well. But it's been good. Episode 3 was really good in Shield Hero. Skeleton Knight in Another World. It's really fun. It's mindless. Like this for me is a good palate cleanser.
Yep.
Like you don't need to. There's not much to pay attention to. He's an OP skeleton knight in another world. There's nothing to talk about. It's really fun, really OP. I like the animation.
Is it weird to say? Is it weird to say it's a better version of Overlord, or I think it's the anime call?
I don't think it's comparable.
Well, for me, it's because I tried Overlord. I tried season 1, a couple episodes. I couldn't push through, or I just wasn't entertained at the time, or mindset wise, who knows? But I've been entertained more of this type of skeleton type of MC.
Yeah, this is way more fun and
completely different series.
Okay.
Yeah, I
haven't seen it, so I can't jump into about the show of Overlord.
Check it out though. Yeah, definitely check it out though.
There's definitely other things also that are good in the spring lineup to check out still that I haven't given a good check out yet, or I haven't gone beyond maybe 1 episode. I've only watched 1 episode of A Harasan, but I really liked it. So there's so much to check out is the thing. Komi Can't Communicate season 2 is out on Netflix.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
Has anybody seen a new animated job last week? A couple of cuckoos.
I haven't seen it, but I saw a couple people on the timeline talking about it and saying
same. But I just haven't had to make the time to watch it. But some people seem like they enjoy it. They said that it was a bit too much for them. I don't know what they meant for that. Maybe maybe trigger stuff or who knows. But I do plan to check it out myself as well because there's only one episode came out last week. The second episode is supposed to drop on Saturday, I believe.
Yeah.
Trapped in a dating sim. Like I only watched it because you guys recommended it, so I thought that was pretty good as well. I'm trying Love After World Domination. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it in my lineup, but I'm watching it. Dawn of the Witch. I gave up on it.
Oh, you did?
I gave up.
Yeah, because Chad brought it up. And
yeah, that's why I wanted to mention it because that was the ones where it's like
you already saying that though. You were already.
I thought it was going to be good, and then I saw the first episode, and I'm like, this isn't a good start at all. I saw the second episode, I'm like, this is still really boring. Third episode, still really boring. There's not even a spark to get me to my
really?
5-episode rule. So I'm like, I'm done with Dawn of the Witch. Once it's done, I'll give it another shot. When I binge it, I'll binge it in dub. I'll binge it in dub once it's finished, and I'll give it another chance.
So,
but for now, like I don't have time for it.
So Love After World Domination, I have a video to go out tomorrow. If things go according to plan with work and everything, I have a video out to come out tomorrow, or if not, Saturday morning. But Sam knows my taste way too well. I'm enjoying the fuck out of Love After World Domination. It just fits my type of cup of tea. With the comedy, with the ecchi, with the Power Ranger style. I enjoy episode 1, 2, and 3. I had a blast. Can't wait for episode 4. It just seems so cute in this type of anime style of you being in love with the villain. I don't know, it just seems so adorable, and it doesn't take itself too serious. It's such like in a comedy way, and I feel like it's very funny. And you're just having a blast, and it's kind of like you sit back, you have a cup of beer, and you just enjoy the laughter.
Yeah, sorry, I know you guys see me looking off camera. I'm just kind of looking on Crunchyroll and kind of taking a peep at things. So there's a lot of series that I either left behind or fell behind. There's things from the winter series that I haven't watched too. So I definitely want to kind of just leave room for checking out other things that I can possibly watch. For instance, I watched the first episode of the new set of episodes for Komi Can't Communicate, and I want to watch it dub. So I'm not going to watch it until the dub episodes are out.
Oh, you know what I've been loving that's not spring anime? The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest.
Yes, I told you.
Loving it. Yes, thank you.
I told you.
It's so good.
What's the name of the series you said?
The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest.
Is one of the
watching it in dub.
Yes, one of the sleepers of the winter lineup. Definitely.
Yeah, I need season 2 pronto.
Mm-hmm.
Pronto.
The Strongest Sage of the Weakest Crest.
The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest.
Yep.
And there's a spring anime?
No. It was last season.
I was winter.
I believe.
All right, I'm gonna add it to the list. Plan to watch.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Definitely worth watching.
Oh, all right.
I'm glad it was a sell. I thought I might have been overselling it for you a little hard, but I just felt like that was the one. That was the one that was gonna get you.
So
it's really good.
I don't know if Sam has started to watch it yet. I'm not sure if you guys did, but me and Sam reacted to this last year or 2 years ago, and I enjoyed the first season. But the second season, I might drop it, and I'm sad because I don't want to because I really did enjoy it. Science fell in love, so I tried to prove it. Art equal 1, science the 0, aka season 2.
Yes.
It's not hitting me. I might drop it. I'm gonna push for another episode 4 that comes out. Sorry, episode 5 that comes out tomorrow because it's only 12 episodes. So I'm gonna give it to 5 episodes.
I already said I'm gonna watch that dub, so I'm not even touching it.
So maybe the dub might help me out because I did watch sub with Sam and dub, and the dub made me enjoy it a lot more. But I watched episode 1, 2, and 3, and I know the same comedy or maybe the new characters are not hitting me, but like Nick just said, it's okay. Season 1 was a lot better. Season 2 just fell off a bit to me. So maybe dub, maybe I could wait like Kendall.
The Spy Family have a dub yet?
No.
Yes. Yes. I thought we had episode 1 coming out.
It comes out this Saturday, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
I guess so. Yeah. Technically, no, but yeah, we're getting.
I'm
Yeah,
curious.
so
I'm curious about the dub.
um, I'm very curious as well. Like
They have to get Anya right. If they don't get Anya right, I'm not gonna watch
The
it
whole
dub. I
throw the
can't.
whole series away.
Yeah, I can't.
just throw the dub. That's it. Trash. Should go out the window.
I'm good with everyone else's voices, but the voice actress that does Anya in the sub, it's so good. Like the dub has to be perfect, or else I won't watch it.
Oh wait, Nick, it did start because I'm sure
That's what I
episode
was
one.
just checking. I was like, yeah, it's out, dude.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
There's 2 episodes out for the dub.
Oh, it is.
Okay,
Oh
cool.
wow.
Okay,
So
okay.
damn,
I was
my
like,
fault.
it's a simulcast. It should only be 2 episodes behind. That's what I was just thinking. I was like, there's no
Sweet.
My fault then. I was behind on that. One that I haven't edited or taken the time because I was gonna speak to Kendall since things are more organized in my room. But I do plan to react with Kendall Ayashi. Because things are getting more organized in my life with work wise. I'm starting a new job. So but
Yeah.
I enjoy episode 3 because I just watched episode 3, reacted it like a day or two ago. So I'm enjoying 1, 2, and 3, and it's they haven't confirmed how many episodes yet. So I don't know why they haven't confirmed that yet. They haven't confirmed. I just checked again. They still haven't.
Said 13 this week.
Oh, they did. If they did,
I
they
might
haven't,
be wrong.
If they did, they haven't updated on AnyList or Live Chart. Let's see. Yep, Live Chart or AnyList don't have a mark yet. They don't have a nope. They don't.
Maybe it's because they might be shooting for 24 episodes, which would be awesome.
If they are, I hope they are because I know they're in competition with Blue Lock as well, and I'm more excited to see this series succeed more than Blue Lock because Blue Lock. What's up?
I'm quitting Heroing. Have any of you guys?
I saw the
that?
first episode. It reminds me of your type of entertaining of the Chi Magician. It reminds me of that. So it's not perfect.
Okay.
It's not in the
watchable.
ballpark of
Okay.
Chihiro, but it's watchable for you to be entertained. It's kind of like the show you put in the background if you could understand Japanese. It's kind of like that.
I don't want to watch it.
Why
I
not?
haven't checked it out. I just don't want to watch it. I would rather watch what's the other? Was it like Rose something? The other series that's out as well.
Oh wait, that's a better explanation.
Rose King?
Have you seen that anime? Who's a OP? I think.
Okay, Nick. So it's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Like, it's
okay.
good.
So it's on my list.
Like,
Nick,
it's good, but
what
it's
are
not
you
perfect.
watching? What are
Yeah,
you watching? What else do you recommend? That's
Yes,
out in
Spy
spring
definitely
right
got
now?
confirmed for 24 episodes. You're
Yeah,
correct.
but their second core is in the fall, so it got confirmed. But their next core will be in the fall. But yeah, Chad, tell us, what are you
The
watching?
Executioner and Her Way of Life. Have you guys seen that?
Nope, haven't even heard of that.
No, that's
Or is it not?
The synopsis sounded good. So Quitting Hero sounded good. I just was like, it was one of those things where I was like, much like I think Vash described it, I felt like it was something I knew I would enjoy anyways. It just didn't seem like something I wanted to like add to what I was already watching.
Yeah.
The anime I could compare this to. Oh, so have you seen James? You probably have seen it, but I'm not sure. Suppose a kid from the last dungeon boonies moved to a starter town.
Never heard of it.
So it's a great isekai as well. Oh, sorry, it's not isekai, but like it's kind of isekai-ish, where the MC is OP as hell. Like my dude's broken character.
So it's
type.
reincarnation.
Kinda. Like,
I don't even know what that genre is, but it's reincarnation. Like
yeah, like he's so broken. Like his power, his punch could literally just smash a whole fucking like
sold.
a whole type of earthquake. Like what the fuck?
Sold.
So you will enjoy this anime because I enjoy this anime as well. Sam reads it, I think, as well. So, but this is what I will compare.
Send it to me in chat.
So yeah, this is what I will compare itself to the anime of Our Hearing because it reminded me a lot to the story, to the character, and it's very entertaining where it doesn't take itself too serious.
Awashi has a 12 episode run. I was pretty sure I saw 12 or 13 somewhere. It has a 12 episode run. The date's listed out already.
For what?
So it's 12 episodes for Awashi. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it is?
I don't think Crunchyroll would put out something that isn't confirmed for episodes. That's why I was like, that doesn't make sense to me.
That's true. What's funny? Quick side thing. Did y'all see how Viz announced Gata High School is set inside the Blu-ray set and ready. Once I saw it, I'm like, this you just reminded me of how much I love and hate that series. Like the fighting, the animation is great, but the story, you guys just fucked that up. Like why?
I'm
And then
just
I'm like,
sighing because it's every other advertisement on my Twitter feed, like as I scroll.
so I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
damn, like
It's
this,
been it's
like
been overwhelming.
the the anime. I think,
I mean, it's gonna look and sound great on Blu-ray.
yeah.
It's
It
gonna,
Oh,
is.
yeah, it's
And that
gonna look
song
great.
is gonna always that's still gonna be always one of my favorite anime intros. I don't care what anyone
Facts.
oh
says.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
satisfaction.
still in my anime playlist.
Same here. Me too. One anime I haven't gotten into yet, but I do plan to this weekend. I think Kendall was talking about it, or Sam was talking about it. The Diamond Recipe for Happiness.
Wholesome.
Yeah, I think that
Awesome.
was you or Sam
Yep.
that was talking about it, and I'm like, this is so cute because I saw like 5-10 minutes, but then I got called to do something, and I'm like, yo, this is such a cute anime, so adorable. And the animation seems like so type of old school, but like in a good way. So like, I really gives a lot of feedback towards that.
Yeah, so Nick, that's Data Live season 4, Kingdom,
That's the
Kaguya-sama. A lot of those series I plan to go back and watch back from like season 2.
Nick.
And
I'm
then just
happy.
I'll be watching those.
Nick, I'm happy you enjoyed the last Dungeon Boonies. It was great. Like I really suggest to anybody, and James who really enjoys this type of genre, he will enjoy this one as well because it's really entertaining.
Last Dungeon Boonies, huh?
I sent it to group chat of the team so you could see the name or the full name. It's really good. In chat, by the way, I did write this in chat itself, but to the audience that don't check chat or also to the VOD, if you're new to channel or anything, if you haven't hit the like button, that helps us very much with the algorithm. Our anime podcast is one of our main shows, but at the same time, it doesn't get as much
Did I watch
likes
this?
as shown in Ronan. But appreciate if you could do the simple like. It really helps with the algorithm. Comment, give us some feedback. Tell us what you watch. Those things help out with the algorithm. And if you're entertained by us, see the first time, subscribe. I know it's something that every YouTube content creator tells you, but it helps us and the audience and the team to get and continue to do more content like this. So I appreciate it very much, and thank you to share to your friends and family. I just want to say from us, I appreciate it and thank you.
Executioner and her way of life was pretty bad. Oh, that sucks to hear.
Yeah, I'm trying to see that. Like,
I don't know why,
oh,
but the character for the last Boonie, the last Dungeon Boonies looks really familiar. So I think I probably watched the first episode. I forgot about it.
I haven't started because I want to wait for Sam. So I'm gonna probably watch it with Sam once it's done with school. But Kaguya-sama Love is War season 3, I can't wait to watch that. I'm hearing good things from it. The story is doing good so far, and I can't wait to see what's going on with the world of Kaguya-sama because it's for those that don't read it, it's one of the best rom-coms I've seen. For those that don't enjoy, rom-coms, you enjoy Kaguya-sama, the narrator, the story bits you can relate to. If you're in high school, if you hate high school, love high school, you could relate to any of those characters because you have seen those people, your friends and classmates in those type of shoes. So I feel like if you have any interest in a rom-com or want to try and step into the world of what type of different genre other than shonen, you could try Kaguya-sama Love is War. It will really sit up your alley because that's one anime I'm waiting to hold with Sam since me and him did react to season 2. That's one I also want to react with him as well. So Kaguya-sama is one that I can't wait to get to when I get the chance.
That Tsubaki one is the little chibi ninja series, right?
Which
I
one?
think I saw it in the heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki. Look really cutesy.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one or heard of it.
Nick, you are beyond impressive.
All right,
You
Nick,
are like
you.
the
I know,
second
right?
person
I'm
that
about
Like,
to
I
say.
know.
I'm about to say.
You're
Like,
the second
damn.
person I know that's doing that, and I'm just kind of like, that
like
is
I
just
wish I could do
crazy.
that. I wish I
I
could.
would live a good life if I could get paid to watch 20 to 30 anime a season. I would live that life.
Sam, I'm watching right now. Currently, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm
I'm
watching
impressed for
15.
you, actually. I'm
But
surprised.
sir, I'm watching 15. I'm not caught up to all 15. I should be caught up by all 15.
Oh, you capping and you ain't
No,
really
no,
watching.
no. I know, but I'm saying I'm watching, not cut up to all 15, but I will be cut up to all 15 by the next show next
I
week.
bet
On May
Nick
5th.
is caught up to all 25.
You know, I don't think I watched any winter anime.
I think
Yeah,
I watched.
I don't think I was.
I think you've now watched two
Not during
for
the
our
season.
recommendations.
Yeah. Like while it was happening, I don't think I watched any of them. Like nothing really spoke to me.
It was
spring
surprisingly.
anime?
Wait, yes, you
surprisingly
did,
good.
James. You watched Attack on Titan.
Doesn't
I
count.
mean,
Yes, it does. It's winter
not
anime.
really. I didn't start watching the Attack on Titan episodes until spring started.
Yep. I'm about to
Okay.
say doesn't count. I know
Yeah,
for a
just
fact
like
that's one of
strongest
them that
sage
he
with the
started.
weakest crest.
Yep. They were, like I said, there was two, and he started them after the season was
Yeah.
over. Did you finish Demon Slayer either?
Nah,
Yeah. See,
I didn't even start it.
You didn't start it.
I haven't
didn't start it.
I started with Sam, but last October of the redo type of movie thing, but we haven't done the red light district, or it got renamed because of the west or the east. Was
The
it?
Entertainment
Entertainment District. Which I get it why it got renamed, but I feel like the red light district just sounds more better. But I get that.
They said Entertainment District in the original manga translations too, so
Oh, they did.
it was understood
Yeah.
that it is a red light district. Like it is explained to you, but they refer to it as the Entertainment District anyways.
Ah, I see.
But I am glad someone has said this. How do you feel about this comment, James, that Attack on Titan season 4 part 2 is pretty
Well, Kendall,
bad?
he was about to respond in text. He was like, "No, it's peak fiction."
Don't hide in the comments.
I wasn't going to. I mean, entertainment's subjective, man. Like if it didn't work for you, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't finished season 4 part 2. But it's because I watched the first 3 episodes and I immediately knew that we weren't gonna finish the season or the story in this season.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed watching everyone else struggle. I told everyone what episodes. I specifically told people which episodes. I was like, literally by the second and third episode, I was like, "You're gonna suffer in episode 6. You're gonna suffer in this episode. I can't wait to see you all struggle. It's gonna be beautiful." But I'll rewatch it probably in the summertime.
Same. I haven't continued watching Attack on Titan, and I'm glad I wasn't spoiled very heavily because I wanted
good.
to. Yeah, like I'm very happy I wasn't, because I wanted to react to it since I haven't read the manga past where I drop or where I pause.
Oh, nice, nice.
So I haven't been spoiled. The only thing I obviously know was because of the manga covers. I know what the rumble was, aka those big ass titans coming out from the walls. That's all I know. Other than that, I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what it is coming is about the rumble. What happens? I know that a lot of people hate Aaron because he does this. You know, who's the villain? I heard the stuff, but I didn't want to react to it and make time and then be late on editing. So I wanted to wait and get the right equipment, aka my lights that I'm trying to save up money and buy for, to be ready, well prepared, and actually react to the good season and see all the hype is about.
So,
quick question.
I will say, Nick,
Go ahead.
though, like directly to Nick, I will say it's only recently that I've come to terms with the way that Attack on Titan's manga has ended. It's only recently that I've made my peace about it. I've been very upset for a long time until probably.
I get why people wouldn't like it. It is what it is, man. Like not everyone's gonna like everything. Like it's fine. Like we've talked about it before. I would have written the ending differently. Kendall and I agree on how we would end it.
Yeah.
But like I would end it differently, but I respect his choice. It's his story, and I respect his choice. But I completely get why people don't like it. Like I would never tell anyone that they suck for not liking it. Like I get it completely.
And I'm glad that you and Kendall feel that way, because oh my god, there's some people that say on Twitter, the timeline, on Facebook, say, "Oh, he should have done this, he should have done." I'm like, but yeah, you're not the writer, you're not the creator. You could just say like, that you don't like it. That's it. But don't sit here. Like I saw some type of video. I don't know why, but I hate those type of YouTube videos that says this is how the movie should have ended. This is how Avengers should have ended.
There's a whole YouTube series about that.
Yeah, the one that I saw today because I was just bored and I was trying to have something while I cooked breakfast, and literally said, "This is how the Batman should have ended." I'm like,
is she? It's it's been a thing for years now. How it should have ended. They're kind of funny sometimes.
They are funny.
I think they're hilarious.
They are
because for me, those videos are more about the logical inconsistencies that happens in films that would end the movie in 5 minutes. So for me, that's funny. It's like, well, if this one character didn't do this,
they ended a movie. It was like in the previews, like one episode. It was basically like the trailer. Like they ended it, and I was like, yeah.
One of my favorites is like Infinity War, because it's like, if Quill doesn't hit Thanos, they win. There is no Endgame movie.
Yep.
Exactly.
But it's like, dude, you made the dumbest choice possible.
Thor not fully killing Thanos. Like,
you should have aimed for the head. Like, no shit.
Yeah, I'm like, Thor, why didn't you cut off his fucking head? Like,
or the hand that has the Infinity Gauntlet. The hand.
That too. Like, but I mean, you know, I don't know. He was emotional. He made a mistake.
But that's
he was
why.
out of shape.
But like chat said, like you guys said, those type of series are comedy for it. But it just makes me like question, like, but yeah, not the creators. But to those extent, the film logic makes the film be 2 hours, 3 hours long because of the plot type of device. But when it comes to series like Naruto, like the Sunday Saiyans, like other series that has ended, and they'd be like, oh, this is how it should have ended. This and that. I'm like, all right, but the creator felt like this is what he wanted to end it, the route. I cannot wait for One Piece because those videos, it's gonna go for like a year, months, weeks. It's gonna repeat.
All I'm gonna say is Goda has not failed me yet. There was a point where I was like, I don't know why you're taking this long to get to this point, but he has not failed me yet in any kind of ways. Yeah.
But before I forget,
calm down. I need people to calm down and learn to enjoy things and understand that every week to week chapter isn't a major like reveal. Like, you just have to wait sometimes for a point to be given to you.
Wait, James, for what? But the Irregular at Magic High School, do you recommend it? Like, I tried. I still need to check it out. A couple years back for the first when the first season came out. I tried like 3 episodes, and I probably wasn't in the right mindset at the time. But should I get back into it? Because it has 3 seasons now.
I hear great things about it. One of my friends,
I could see why you wouldn't like it.
Shout out to Nate. I think his YouTube name is MemoryNK. He's a good friend. He talks good stuff about it. If I'm correct, he reads also light novels. I hear a lot of great stuff about the series from the fans, and plus the animation scenes looks very great about it.
Give it a try. Get out of the first season. If you could humor me, get into the second season and then tell me what you think about it. Because I think the protagonist is a protagonist that I actually really like. There's certain dynamics in the first season that make you feel kind of cringy, but like there's a reason for it. And I think that it kind of builds into itself really, really well. But you know what did also get confirmed to finally have another season? Classroom of the Elite.
Yes.
People have been begging.
Who was it that recommended it to me? I think Ashton recommended it to me. It's really good.
It is really good. It's stupidly good. If only God of High School got that kind of pay. Never mind.
God of High School is a tragic tale. What's
up, John?
What's up, John? It reeks of executives not having confidence and just trying to cut costs. Because I think God of High School should have been 24 episodes out of the gate. 2 cores right out of the gate. Even if you wanted to take a break and like bring it out in like the next season, it should have been 24 episodes. Yeah, because the pacing is nonsensical. The last 4 episodes of God of High School, it's like it's a different season. It's like a different universe. Like, how did we get here? I don't understand the rules because it just came out of nowhere. None of this makes any fucking sense. Like, the pacing is just ass.
It's just so wrong because I remember when I watched episode 10 or 9 was it, and then I told Ray about it, and Ray was like, "Yo, just read the webtoon." And I also saw heard about it because I was so hyped from everything that's going on. Like, literally the scene, I forgot was the main person, the instructor that was holding the Gata High School tournament. He literally said, "The tournament is over. Now the real thing begins." I'm like, bitch, what real thing? You didn't set this up. What real thing? Where is this? What?
Bruh, God of High School should have been, I'm gonna be generous, 4 seasons, 24 episodes each season. That's what it should have been. And I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna say the same thing for Tower of God. The difference between Tower of God and God of High School is Tower of God is actually a slower start series. Yeah. And they even more so, than God of High School needed more episodes so that you could enjoy the action while still getting the story. You get the story, you get the gist a lot better because they didn't fully gut the plot like they did in God of High School. But unfortunately, it's still compacting too much. I mean, look at Spy Family. I think they're rumored to do the first 20 to 26 chapters potentially for the first 12 episodes. Come on, 26 chapters is solid. Now you guys are talking about 70 to 100 plus chapters
in 12
episodes. Like, that's not fair, and it's just, you know, again, like the chat is saying, and like James said, it's this bias, is that exec, it's the region lock. Trust me, if I get an animation studio going in the next like 5 to 10 years, I will reach out and happily pick up God of High School and get it done correctly.
You have to spend money to make money.
My goal,
the reason why you don't get the returns that you're looking for is because you're not putting in 100%. You can't get 100% of the profits without putting in 100% of the work. It's just not gonna happen. It's ridiculous.
John, great question. Transition to that, because one of my projects for Anime Lately, once we become the production company that hope we become and hope to be, is to pick up Solo Leveling if it hasn't gotten picked up yet by any studio, and pick up and remake God of High School the way it should be, with good pacing, good storytelling, and with the same animation people if they want, or new people, whatever it may be. But I want the good story because I feel like Solo Leveling could get that shine as well. The same thing for hardcore leveling, as what I think it's called. So
I think Hardcore Leveling Warrior would be so entertaining animated, because its art style isn't so that you would need to be like ridiculously put in the budget, but we've seen what they've been able to do with things like Ranking of Kings. Yes. So like that type of effort would make it really good. Also, I'm a little confused, John, by your question, because I don't know, maybe on misunderstanding, but Webtoons will never get Solo Leveling. They've already contracted out to a different release entity in Tate. Is it Tate?
Yeah, Tapetoon.
Tapetoons.
So Webtoons would have to throw money that they're not wanting to throw at them. They specifically rejected Webtoons as their partner.
John, Nick, I hope Solo Leveling doesn't get animated by MAPPA or Madhouse. Hopefully by time I hire people and we get our team, we can make Solo Leveling and get those licenses, because I feel like
I think MAPPA really wants Solo Leveling. I think there's literally a bidding war going on right now for Solo Leveling, and I think MAPPA wants Solo Leveling. That is complete speculation by me, but Solo Leveling, comparatively to every other thing, even including God of High School, masterpiece.
It's gotta be Madhouse, bro. It just has to be Madhouse.
Give me both of them. Matter of fact, give me Madhouse. Yeah. Give me Madhouse X Unfuttable.
Sold. Sold. Oh my
What
god.
has the most recent work that Madhouse has done? Well, for 2020, alright, so 2021, they only did 3 projects. Last year, the Vampires Dies in No Time, never heard of it.
Yeah.
Sunny Boy or Take Op Destiny, that was last year. This year, they have Overlord Season 4, Goodbye Dongles, Police in a Pod, and Mushikipa Buri Jaime. I don't know.
I still think their animation style would look like it would make Solo Leveling look really good.
Like I
But
said,
that's just my vote.
give it to Unlimited Budget Works partnered with Madhouse.
Yeah.
I agree.
Or who does My Hero? I can't. Who does My Hero?
Bones.
Again? Bones could do it. I think their style would look amazing. Actually, I'll take Bones over Madhouse.
I'll take Bones over Madhouse. Yeah,
yeah.
that's how I'm just about to head to. I'll take Bones over Madhouse. Give me
Chad, what do you guys think?
Give me old studio wit.
If it's Bones from the Skate anime, I will watch it.
Yeah,
because the Skate anime was very good, clean.
Skate Infinity.
Yeah, Skate Infinity was good. It's one of my favorite animes of that year. I highly suggest for anybody that have not seen Skate, please go watch it. So Bones would do a fantastic job with Solo Leveling if they plan to.
That's what I said. I said Unfrontable partnered with now we're gonna say Bones. Unfrontable partnered with Bones would be amazing for Solo Leveling.
Take my money.
I honestly wouldn't mind if more studios work together, like for example, Spat Family. That's Cloverworks and somebody else I can't remember off the top of my head. But if more studios work together as a collab, where it's less pressure on their staff and more as a team, instead of you trying to do crime crunch, like Madhouse have done before, like with Studio, like Mappa has done, with Attack on Titan and these type of shows. But if you do more of a collab work where you work together and get this finished project done and look good and less pressure on your staff, I feel like we're moving to a nice type of direction in the future with animes.
Yeah, but I would need someone like Unfootable who knows how to work with good with slash animation, good with dark colors, and can handle knowing when to put the money at the right time into the right scenes. And then combine that with Bones just for like the general overlay and the transitions and everything else. Yeah, I'm not ready for them to touch Solo Leveling. I need at least another 2 years. I don't care that it's finished. I need them to leave it alone for a little bit.
Same.
They're not ready. Japan's not ready to take manhwa seriously. They're barely. If China wasn't as big an entity, they wouldn't even take China seriously. But I need more respect to be put on because if they do anything close to what they did to Tower of God, I will probably boycott Crunchyroll altogether.
Man,
I'll go back to watching. I'll go back to watching things illegally. Honestly,
I don't think it would have fixed it. But do you, much like I think God of High School would have benefited from 2 cores, do you think Tower of God would have benefited from 2 cores? I don't think so. Because of the way that it's formatted.
I don't think it needed 2 cores, but I do feel like it needed more episodes. It's just not their format to give. So remember back in the days, sometimes you would get 15 and 16 episode. So
I was just gonna ask, would you have preferred 16?
I would have preferred 16 episodes.
Yes, because remember how the show Welcome to Demon School Irumukun has 21 episodes, not 24, not 26, but 21. But it's because they know
21 is still within reason because you can have the 10 and the 11, which is still within the bounds of a core. So the core is 10 to 12 episodes.
And that's what I'm saying. Tower of God could do the fitting of 16 to 21 episodes. I feel like Tower of God could have benefited.
They could have, but I think there wasn't a good enough stopping point for you to say oh, well, here's 8 episodes, here's 8 episodes. I think it just needed to be 14 to 16 straight episodes where they could have handled some of the pacings a little bit, given us some more of the initial story that they cut out, and then allow us to feel I think with 2 or 3 more episodes, you guys would have been able, and I say you guys, the anime only watchers would have been able to hate Rachel more. I don't even think the anime only watchers hate for Rachel is justified. I don't think you really get to see like it's worse than what the anime displays. It's actually worse. Like it's really bad.
Nick as well. Both season 1 and 2 for Rumikun is 21 episodes, and also for season 3, I believe they also has announced for 21 episodes as well. So I think they're trying to be consistent with their pacing and the story, and they know what works for them. So I'm glad they know and trying to keep it contained, just not like very random, but like a show like Black Lightning was good 10 episodes, but then they extended it for more, which was a bad decision. The same thing for Legend of Tomorrow. They had 12 or 16 episodes. They asked for more stuff like that. If you know what you have in content, don't extend unless you have the story purposes and know if you want to branch out for characterization, story bits, side stories, then go for it. But I feel like Tower of God, as much as that it was good for the season 1, I feel like Tower of God out of the webtoon adaptations they did for Control that year, Tower of God have a better reason to get a season 2 than out of all of them.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I actually enjoyed out of the 3 that came, the 3, and I say 3 because as far as the OG manhwas are concerned, the 3 that came out, I enjoyed Nose Blessed the most.
Same. I enjoy Nobilis, Tower of God, and then got a High School the most.
Need to see it.
Sam, he did not enjoy it. He did not want to continue it after episode 4. Me, I did. I enjoyed episode 4 through the 12. I because of me watching it, I also want to read it because it really got my attention about the vampires, about the lore, about the Nobilis, the story, and actually me wanting me to see about the story about Frankenstein. These characters, like, oh my god, what is this about you having the powers of the blood and knowing that you have to protect the king, or the person that protects the other type of vampires. This is very intriguing, so I really want to know more about it. So I agree with you, Don Kendall. You're probably one of the first people that gives praise to Nobilis as much as me.
I think it's dirty praise. I don't think it's like outright good praise. I think it's like it was good. I enjoyed it, but it's me having to enjoy it in comparison to God of High School and Tower of God.
Yeah, Sam and I are pretty close in what we like. So if he didn't like it, I might not like it. But if Kendall liked it, I might like it.
you also have a mixed taste with me as well, so I feel like you could give it pass with Nobilis. So I think you will enjoy it. And also, the thing is, Sam has read the series before, so he also maybe had a bias. Bias as well.
I think much like God of High School, it's not on brand enough, and I'm not a big Nobilis fan to begin with. Okay. But that was my impression, was that it was not on brand enough. But I don't know. I don't know if I would recommend it to you to watch because I feel like I can recommend way other better things for you to watch.
Hey, I'd rather you watch One Piece than that, And big shout out to our boy from Papaholics, that Chris Conkling. He is reading One Piece. Last time he told us he's reading chapter 27. At the time, Chris Conkling, he's putting that determination and devotion of reading One Piece, the big behemoth of 1,000+ chapters and 1,000+ episodes. He's reading One Piece, and Scuba Steve from In the Mind of a Blurred and from Careful Spoilers, he is doing reading Naruto from the manga itself. I'm also gonna read Naruto from the beginning because I've never read it from the beginning, but I'm gonna start in May. So there's gonna be a lot of fun. And no, Kendall, Abe and Ray also said in return I should do Hunter x Hunter, but I chose to do Naruto. So before you ask that question in the comments, I chose to do Naruto as well.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just gonna tell John that you said on this episode that you were going to make an honest attempt this year.
Oh, John, since you missed the two announcements,
react and watch to Hunter x Hunter.
John, since you missed the two announcements that we brought up in the beginning and in the middle of the show, and since we're about to wrap up, this is a good segue for it. So appreciate for everyone watching the show. Episode 126. Sam is still taking a hiatus on the show because of school and graduation. And additionally, I will be doing Hunter x Hunter. There is things that I need to get for that to happen, aka new lights. I'm saving the money for that. Most likely Hunter x Hunter. I'm not going to give a concrete date, but it will be happening every 2 weeks. So 1 week I react. The next week there will be the reaction edit version of that. And the following I will react. So on and so on. And additionally, the podcast. Like, for example, we saw more people on the current stream right now. But we plan to start doing the stream starting from 9 p.m. EST or 8 p.m. EST. It depends, but it will start between 8 to 9 p.m. EST from here on forward. So it will be much earlier for that idea. So appreciate for everyone that coming in late as usual, because we start late. But from now on, we're starting earlier so we could end by 10 to 11 p.m. EST. So that is the goal for the future. And I appreciate, John, that you like the idea, because that makes it easier for me to edit and also to do other reactions. Like, for example, when I have the edit up version of the Hunter x Hunter, I could play a video game. I could do other stuff where I could just not worry about Hunter doing every single, because that will also burn me out. So I'd rather just chill and do other type of content while going out and such.
Yeah, man, I love doing this show. Like, I love doing this show every single week, just coming together and just talking about anime and just chilling, man.
Yeah,
you know?
and that's the point of the game. That's the point of the goal. And once my room will be done by the next week's show, so we could also implement, I'm not sure if I said the word right, but to put the idea of game nights. So, for example, we want to play Uno, so I could, kick.
Let's go.
Kick Kendall's ass in Uno, since he could feel the burn of +4, then +4, then +4, and +2. Because somehow that happened last game where I just kept getting 26 cards out of nowhere. Or I think it was James also that got like 26 cards out of nowhere.
It happened to all of us at some point.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I definitely won like half of those games. So.
Oh yeah, because me, Kendall, and Sam play at night that we're supposed to stream, but got too late. But me, Sam, and Kendall literally played for 2 hours, just random night, and just played.
The problem was the bot. The bot was devious, boy.
Yo, James, the bot was just kicking our ass too, trying to win. Like, nah. Like, we gotta kick the bot ass too, so that's unfair. But also, chat, for you have to know that we did also announce that we also plan to play Mario Kart, Smash Bros in the future. So that is the plan for us. And Ray, once he comes back, he also wants to play. I think what's the game he told us to buy on Switch? The Party something.
Mario Party?
Yeah, the Mario Party. Ray told us to buy a game on Switch. It's like a Mario Party for us to all play, and it's more good.
Mario Party is a game that can last forever. But the reason I keep pushing for Smash and Mario Kart Vice, those games, is because you can have more players.
Oh yeah, of course, have more players and plus more community. So, Mario Party Supreme, is that the new update you're talking about, John? Because that probably is perhaps. If that is the case. But yeah.
What Ray was talking about was Superstars, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, it's probably that one. I think that might be the one he's talking about. But yeah, John does wear the announcement that's said in the beginning and in the middle of the show. And for those that don't know, always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the stream itself and everything. But this is the end of our show. We did talk a lot. We spoke about topics. We spoke about segments and everything else. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Kendall, where can the good people find you, and where could they find your streams and everything else you do outside of anime lately?
Boom. So here's what I want everybody to do. I want you to follow me on these 3 specific social media platforms.
It's OnlyFans, right?
Same thing everywhere. It's Kendall, KENDALLX anime. And I want you to do so on Twitter, on Instagram, and on QuirkChat. And if you don't have QuirkChat, go download QuirkChat. No, this is not a paid sponsorship. They don't know that I'm saying this. I just do it all the time because I love them. Get those apps if you don't already have them. If you have them, follow me on there. And I will be, by this next episode, I will have a hyperlink that has all of the different things I am connected to That is the goal and task for me on Sunday, especially if we don't end up having an episode. Besides that, you can always just follow Anime Lately and see all of our links down below. And if you can't reach me, one of these guys can reach me.
That's very true. And Sam, oh wow, damn, I said Sam. Wow.
Damn, miss you, Sam.
James, where can the people find you, and what can you plug for tomorrow? That's in 24 hours, technically, sorry, 22 hours.
Yes, you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JB Exclusive on Twitter. As Vash mentioned, at C4 Spoilers, I post movie news, TV show news all the time, comic book news. So follow me on there. I'm always talking about movies, shitting on Sony, shitting on WB. So if you want to see me rage about those companies, definitely follow me on Twitter. Tomorrow night, check us out on C4S Villains episode 60 as we review Moon Knight episode 4 and episode 5. It's going to be a wild episode. This is some of the best writing of any of the Disney Plus MCU shows so far. Like WandaVision, all of the shows have been incredible, and this is yet another addition. But I just love Egyptian culture, and I love Moon Knight, so this one is a little more closer to me. But yeah, definitely check us out tomorrow night. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you're notified for future episodes. We're also on Twitch as well, so if you want to watch us on Twitch, just go to twitch.tv/C4Spoilers. You'll find us there. All of the links are easily accessible at carefulforspoilers.com. You'll find links to all of the podcasts on the C4S Podcast Network. You've Got to See This just put up a new episode today. They did a review of The Northman and The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, so check that out on there. But yeah, find everything on the website and follow me on Twitter.
Like James and Kendall said, all the links are down below, where to find them, where to search them up. They don't got the OnlyFans, but you know what? We got the content. We got the content for you to be entertained by, because you know what? We will bring you, hopefully, I could give you everything everywhere all at once with reviews sometime this week, because I can't wait to discuss that with James. That's one review that I really want to do. Can't wait. It's exciting. Like, comment, subscribe. Also, a big announcement I forgot to bring up, that currently the Anime League channel is not getting any subscription because there's a current hold on the payment side. So if you guys still want to support us any type of way, Patreon, hit us up the PayPal and everything up if you want to support us in any type of way right there. But right now, we're waiting for a new pin code on YouTube side. A lot of things happen behind the scenes, but it's fixed now. So slowly the process will be there. But other than that, we appreciate everyone being there and watching us. If you listen to the podcast side on the all audio platforms, please review us, rate us. All those things help us as well on the C4S side and everything you could do. Kaden said, Ayo, could pull off an OnlyFans. Word? You never know.
Boss,
and other than that,
I'm a respectable man in the community, and I will
Right?
not.
we appreciate that. We see you guys on the next one. Enjoy Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness. If you guys see it on a Thursday night instead of watching our show, we appreciate it. We understand. But you know what you guys should do? Check on May 13th, where you'll be seeing the C4S Doctor Strange spoiler review, where Vache will be happening throughout the whole show. So I can't wait, because that's probably another reason why I'm trying not to watch it before that Friday, because I feel like I will spoil it throughout the show, because I feel like I would just talk shit and be like, yo, this happened, X-Men, Xavier, that yellow chair. I'm going to start being quiet now. I'm going to end the show, guys. Goodbye.
The fashioning.